Yes.
Remember what was like
So we can
like
move
2 months
on
ago,
to the
where I lost
start
4
of the
games
strategy
within 6 games because somebody scored bombardment secret.
summit.
Incredible.
Go summit.
I remember that. I spoke to you about that.
Yeah,
You had a rant.
incredible.
Yeah, you can pick
Like every game, bombardment
Trade for
secret
imsen,
gone.
now rwise your neck.
Ooh, trade.
Yeah, it's happened to me quite a few times as
Leadership.
well. Actually, you've got like the perfect play ready to go that you know it's going to win, but then
Yeah, it was a
that secret comes out.
The
and something
randomness
matches it.
denies you. Yeah.
You got tech again.
I don't know about that.
With trade. Did he cash in any trade agreements? He has a lot of cards. I think he has 1 or 2 trade agreements.
That Nekro you're thinking of?
I have no idea, but when I'm looking,
trade.
he has 6 promissory notes. So there should be 1.
Sorry,
are
not
we-
red. I meant white. Yeah.
Are we worried about anyone getting Imperial? I mean, I guess the main person I was worried about would have been Saar.
Yeah, Nekro now sitting on the 2 tokens.
I don't think anyone's
This is
going
what I
there.
mentioned before.
None of the rest of us can reach.
Someone's
Rwise
going
will get
at
there on
Saar.
his first turn, yeah. Rwise is going to go there on his very first turn.
Yeah.
I mean, but not with an Imperial plan.
Yeah.
Right.
And Matt sitting on his slice, also with 2 tokens.
Man,
Yeah,
too
the
many things
starving
I don't want.
comes up, as I said.
I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, that leadership pick by Saar. It'd be great
There
to
you
get
see, Nekro scored, Sardakk scored, and both of them are starving. So it's always a question if you're scoring so early in the 14-pointer, making your game rough.
that. Oh, I agree. That's why I really like the way Ghosts and Xxcha are playing because it looks like they're building up
Yeah,
to go for 2
I
pointers.
don't see the trade choice right now, but we will find it out.
It's just keeping these options open.
the Imperial is very juicy, is for anybody right now. 2 trade goods, getting back the
So
tokens,
Gibson, while
and
Matt's agonizing over his choice,
getting the secret.
are we doing our
I would have
squad
liked Imperial
this
on
round?
Sar actually
Where you
because
get,
he could just take
yes,
okay.
Nekro and no one
We are.
could take it
Okay.
off him.
No,
Sounds
look
good.
at Saar's token
I would
situation.
certainly like to spend it first.
Yeah, but he
to
only
make
needs
that
2
work
to
out.
do his spends.
We can make that work out.
Yeah, but
Okay, sounds
then
good.
you are reliable next round.
Okay, it doesn't look
Politics
like
is
Saar's
somewhere
gonna be
to
stalling
your
on
left.
leadership
You are relying
I hope not,
somebody
anyway.
popping leadership early.
Yeah, but
The Saar,
he'll have Mekatol for the influence.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's
you're
no
relying on somebody to
Do you know
pop
what
it.
you're taking?
Yeah, that's true.
plus
And like
the
you have some tokens in the pocket.
the
It's
negative
3 points.
Nekro, like taking Mectol point and another Imperial point and a public on the same
Everybody's going to take
round.
construction. Is that a thing anyone's
Like, I don't know. Might not want
Yeah.
that heat.
I remember that people don't like when Saar is taking
I've taken
Imperial.
it twice already. I'm not going to do it again.
Right, I didn't.
I don't know. I feel like this round he can get his chaos mapping. He can retreat into the asteroid field, and then he can start racking up free points wherever he
Cannot
can.
retreat by he needs
Alright,
a ship
construction
there.
for match. Jayhawn.
Oh no, but I mean he can spend one of his tokens, sending it in
Yeah,
there.
but then is the thing. What are you doing? You have 2 tokens. So one of these you're spending to take Megaton, and the other one to go into the asteroid field. But the asteroid field is not invaluable because
Oh, he needs
nobody.
Lazar.
The only one who's taking your neighbor is
Kinda hate to say
Ghost,
you're
and they
going
don't
last
have
every
anti-mass, so
round.
it's irrelevant to go to the
Yeah,
asteroid
you're
field.
right.
That's
You're
a
right.
big draw.
Well, he can take Lazar and Mekatol.
Yeah, this is the play. Taking laser, try to keep defending
Do you want to pick
Miyasul
politics?
with just the dreadnought, the cruiser, and the fighter. Bring the space dog to take Megatol. Build. I will build the flagship to defend Megatol because you need to influence. With a second action, take laser and then pop leadership, and try to score the 6 tech skips.
I
think I get too excited at the idea of 3 points, and it just doesn't look like anyone's in a position to knock him off.
Yeah, I mean,
In this game, like in the game 2, what we had, the problem was with Saar that Mantic and
well,
Trollnar was in the game, who are both heavy in scoring 2-pointers and eating your trade goods. You don't have this situation in this game. So you're not in the need for
I can't
a rush
repeat
from
there, can I?
Megatol points.
Never mind.
You still go in the
Cover
lead
the skies,
with
but
a Megatol
not
point
really.
and scoring the 3 test skips.
Taking Diplo?
Getting your flagship out, having still a decent
I
slice.
mean, it's not.
And have your tokens, which is your major source of problem in this game right now.
I don't like selling the speaker.
As Saar.
Then you
Oh, the
get second
play is
next
good.
round.
We'll see how he works it out.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Mad with the construction.
Man, I hope the
Changing back to
timing
Fighter
works out
3.
okay.
Are you
It's a little bit.
keeping Torcan or Tecaran?
He's going to be
I
feeling the
wonder.
pinch of
I'm
not having
keeping
Mihar
Tecaran
Zor. He
is
needs
the
that
plan, so that I've
main
got
counter.
my 4 hazardous all in a row
Yeah,
there.
I wonder what's
Oh,
the objective
Yeah,
with
and then you'll
construction
have your
now. You want to
industrials.
pop a PDS with a space
Diplo,
dock
you're
on
refreshing
loader
mirror plus
or going home?
foot. That's 6
I think Loader will be my first instinct. It's already been threatened by Ghosts. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he pops construction and the PDS, nobody. Then the first, of course, then goes in and takes it, and
Yeah,
the
first action.
construction is useless.
That sounds good to you?
Yeah,
He
that's
has no
true.
way to solve that, so I don't see it.
What dimensional splicer ready to go now? Which is
I
really-
kind of like the pick on tech for Jayhawn,
Well, no,
that he doesn't get sold out.
You're scoring the planets, aren't you? You're scoring the 4 planets. What am I thinking about?
Yeah,
And he has a
well, I mean, I
ton
could-
of resources,
build for a bunch.
spending Sobat and
That's
Barrack
kind of nice.
for 6 tokens.
I mean, I think I would certainly prefer that you pick politics. I mean, you play Diplo and I pick politics. I think that's better for me.
Am I gonna get the speaker though?
Yeah, I could sell it to you for like, I don't know, 1.
Okay, and then you're still getting first pick.
And does
Zero
the Diplo play for Magi come?
I'm getting what?
You're still getting first pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Take Diplo.
All right. I will be politics then.
Wow, no Imperial.
Alright, cool. So our
Take
second
them.
turns.
Slow and steady.
On my first turn.
It's very slow, yeah.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I think we might see Magi pick it going into round 4 though.
Oh, here it comes.
He'll have his spend objectives easily crank out.
What a twist!
Yeah, I mean 3 trade goods, and he can easily score the 8 influence. Sounds okay. He still has the issue, of course, he has a nice defensive slice, but there are 2 control objectives, which he could.
They're both
He's
achievable for him.
well on New Albion and Mir is an option for him. That's kind of rough because Craiken wants Tam and Wellon and Mir.
Fighter goes boom.
Yeah, with Imperial they could share this.
Is this
Like
round
the one
yours?
he's taking it first, and then they're exchanging. So he
Yeah, I think
does
so.
not
because he's
protect
already
Mir, so
planning for his
Yeah.
influence. So the fighter is killed. Then you play. Then you pay. That's too much.
Yeah,
That's 7.
just need 6.
And
Alright.
can I build?
So let's do things first.
I
So
do the scoring,
What
and you
does
can
he
check the
build,
board
Joe?
then, Lily.
so you paid 6 to get the custodian token?
probably
you
And the
just
flagship.
just 2 fighters.
He's working on a
2 ground forces.
Building the big Saar bull.
Want to build a dreadnought? That's called the cruiser.
Strange, you know, why always one of the balls is like bigger than the other one?
God dang it. Yeah, just wait with flipping them when you put them in the production area after your build.
Yeah, Lily is flipping them over.
That's another thing. When you're spending something, don't spend your home system. Spend the planners forward. Okay, this is okay because then it's efficient.
Good advice. Very good advice.
Solid
Or
play.
spend the planets that you're actually going to lose.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, go ahead.
Sacrolike, there's a card which destroys 3 dudes and exhausted.
Alright, yes, thank
Yeah, the one that I see most is people with 4 resource home systems will spend the 4 resource home system on tech instead of like 2 0 planets or a 2-1 and a 2-0 planet. Whereas you should be spending.
Also, I see very often where an Abyss or whatever is Sobot, so three resources red stays, and then they spend for tech the 4 resources at home, and then they wonder why it gets uppriced for whatever reason. When you have a trade good, use the trade good to get the hard stuff out. The only exception is a leadership in play.
I should warn listeners, this is a trick. If Olo is your neighbor, spend your home system as quickly as you can.
Yeah, because you keep up his freer, but you're in the home system.
Yeah. Because it's fun, quote unquote.
Oh, right, you're right.
Like yesterday, taking Soul's home system for
Yeah,
fun.
that was great.
Which denied myself a point, actually, when I did this. But it worked out in the long run.
Flagship
First, or you just build
should be the flagship. Yeah.
It is.
Where comes the flagship? At home? Yeah.
Guess I'll move this out of here now, just to get out of here.
Definitely. Love this. Magi just doing everything correct, I think.
Don't forget the.
Yeah, but he will. Okay, he probably intends to go now Cruiser 2 with Nyalbion.
You can get your build
to get the movement speed.
Lily will check that, and you can end your turn.
I like Cruiser 2 on Xxcha.
make
I'll
transactions,
usually
you can wait
go for Cruiser 2 as quick as I can after PDS.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Here, I'll do it for
But
you. White.
building. Yeah, let's see what he's
Like I
building.
can also. Oh.
That's 6.
Correct.
7. And he has 2 money.
And you get your trade good, of course.
I mean, getting the flagship out is good. You cannot deny that.
I don't think there's any other faction that needs it out the same way.
Yeah. It just reinforces his borders even more, which is totally on the long run. On the long run, we're playing a long game. It's a good move. Even sacrificing, very likely to sacrifice a tech at this stage.
10 he's spending.
We don't have tech objectives, so it doesn't matter. You go for what you need, and currently there's no tech. You have a Nekro as a neighbor, and you want to keep being reinforced.
I think Nekro being the neighbor is the key point in that, actually. Because 14 point, I find maintaining your tech and trying to get ahead in tech can be even more important, because you've got to get those stage 2s.
He doesn't have tech, which is interesting for Nekro, and he has now a PDS window of 6 shots with Graviton.
Oh yeah, I love what he's doing.
An interesting note is that in Magi's prelim game, so in the game that Magi won to get here, Magi played Ghosts, and over the course of the 8 or so rounds, only got 4 or 5 techs. Just lots of the time was I'm just gonna get spend the resources and get more units instead.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. And when you look now what he has left, he has Raron and Quanzi. So he's waiting on leadership. Spend it for Raron for 1 token. Diplo his home, and Raron has the influence and still can score.
Yep.
Efficient round, but he's likely to anyhow choose what he said to get the four
I guess I'll just
for culturals,
build.
for industrials.
Alright, is there anything moving or are you just building?
But yeah, anyhow, he could say to spend still the 8 influence and then dropping with Imperial, making a deal with Red to drop Imperial for the 3 industrial and then letting him get the tech skips, for example.
You can just plan your builds, put everything in production
In
area,
the next round.
and if you don't want to do anything else in your turn, you could end your turn and the next player can move on or can wait, just as you want.
Are we going to see Ghosts go for 4 of a kind? Is he going to chase the 4 culturals?
Ghost, I kind of doubt it because he took trade and he doesn't really have the fleet to fight stuff.
I think all those fighters with the carrier and destroyer over Torkan. I don't know if he wants to try going in there and making it retreat because it'll leave anything he sends to Lodor just too thin.
Yeah, Lodor is now with the 2 ready boys is not so easy.
So actually,
Bit of a stretch now.
Before we advance, is it 2? Can I still play up?
Well, we did say late played at the start, I think.
Yeah, but he didn't do. I asked you if you want to move something, so.
Do you think we'll see the Nekro chase gravity drive from Quan?
Now we see Craiken. He didn't activate his system last round. So now we see why he built in the first round the
timing.
So
the cruiser, because he had upgrade in the hand from the first round on the politics.
Yeah, makes sense. We were wrong to criticize him, I guess.
Yep.
So yeah, just
I'm still
getting
criticizing it.
Getting the
It's not a good build, but with that maneuver, it is a good build.
If you would let him.
Getting the half price.
I feel like the moderators are here to make a decision. Otherwise,
I had also a game where I got upgrade turn 1 and then I got public executed with 2 cards and upgrade was and my cruiser was sitting on home the whole game, which I never could upgrade anymore.
So I'm sorry, Craiken.
Okay.
But yeah, with cruiser having 1 infantry, it would be useful. Need to repeat this, making it to the new meta.
We're going to see Nekro go for gravity drive. Destroyer with his name on it on the other side of that B hole.
Yeah, but that destroyer has a juicy dimensional shot.
Oh, he does too.
You'll be playing without me.
You won't be seeing that.
I would consider warfare this time.
Nekro is not urgently in need for. I mean, it depends what he could score this round. So he got last round the 8 resources, right? So he's looking for influence or 4 of a kind. The 4 of a kind is.
That's clear for everyone.
Lodor.
Yeah, he needs
never let the Germans and the Dutch
he needs Melon as well. Though.
No, I'm sorry. Mirazul is also 4 of a kind. So here's 2 options.
Check your build.
Yeah.
So the right play on Nekro is popping tech, building against stuff, stalling everybody out with the 6 turret goods, and then sneaking for the Lodor or for the Mirazul, likely.
I think Mirazul is right. I think that's what he's going to go for.
Yeah, it depends how the board state will resolve at the end. But he can easily stall out Matt with the 6 tokens he's getting.
Yeah, that's correct.
Or he doesn't even need 6, he can just get 3 and then build 2 times, or at least 1 time. Build on Barrick might not be too great. That's why I think a Saar win last round would have still been better, because he has the 2 space stocks.
Yeah, I agree with that. Honestly, I think it might have been a losing his maneuvering jets. Yeah.
Yeah. And -1
I wonder where all
is
distorted.
on a 10 dice roll.
Arnold War.
Kind of
Yeah.
negligible. Yeah.
Yeah, once that flagship gets in position. And I mean, now it's covering any system he'd go for from yellow. Kind of just has to leave it alone for all around so he can build up.
But also
Yeah. I think for Jayhawn it's a great turn to build his flagship.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He has 10, 12 resources ready and can get 2 tokens from leadership and 3 from tech.
Put a bunch of your technology tokens in fleet supply and pump out a bunch of destroyers with your flagship.
Yeah. Going to 4, make it efficient. Or even to 5. To 4 is enough. Okay, Matt. What is Matt doing?
Vous jouez construction, s'il vous plaît?
You want me to construction right now?
Isn't that?
I would think he needs to construction because it'll let him do a build after moving out of his home system.
What a dream for Saar.
Move stuff out, probably.
Does Saar have a token?
Construction first turn does anything this round.
What did Saar do as his second action?
Oh, don't let people take new stuff and get a thing down.
Or are we still in the
action.
first action?
Still first action.
Damn, this is slow.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just screwed either way.
Anything better for Saar if construction gets stalled.
Hey, you got 6 planets. I guess I got 5.
I got 3 planets.
That's true.
I don't understand Matt moving there. This move has no value.
Just don't look at me, I'm just a transparent ghost.
Maybe just a little bit scared of Nekro.
Yeah, I think it's
But this doesn't change anything.
it just leaves Lodor a bit more vulnerable.
Yeah. He doesn't have the tokens. Why waste something like that? That's why you move the cruiser in the first round. The cruiser would sit there now, and he would not have any issues. This is the thing about efficiency in this game.
I would have construction on Lodor, BDS, and Space Dock, and then moved into Lodor.
It's an extremely dangerous move. In a normal game, probably yes. In a competitive game, I don't know.
He could have put it on Rescue Line, actually. Rescue Line might have been the better spot.
I'll just pop a destroyer in.
Yeah, Rescue Line would have been a thing.
He's got 3 fleet supply, so he could put out.
Matt, did you get my whisper?
But the issue with his slice is,
I forget what it's
yeah, he needs to go for dreadnoughts.
I'd be going for 8 resources. Looks at it.
It's super hard to hold it.
I don't think I have as much leverage as you say I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Saar is jumping in Cornado Escalon. No purpose. It's quite okay defended. But Lodor, and then when he's going for resources, he doesn't get units out again.
That have been...
What is Nekro doing? Let's see that. Come on, man. Flagship, destroyer, 4 dudes at home.
Yes. That's the build I want to see.
Alright, tech is being played, you all know the process.
He's going for the double.
Yeah, looks like just gonna jam it and
This, why he's not spending the reds?
spend the 2 reds, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyone watching this, spend Beric and spend Zobat.
This is exactly what we said before. You don't want to leave the reds open.
No uprising, no unstable planet.
Yeah, yeah.
The Xxcha move into Beric Floater and he just loses them without spending.
I'm using it, I just have to figure out what...
Both of these planets are in danger to get taken also. Just beside Beric Lirta. Like Saudor and his home system cannot get taken. Okay, now with the graph drive from Matt, but Matt has no incentive to go for Saudor.
Looks like there's no tech being followed by Xxcha.
He got dimensional wormhole generator coming down for.
No fleet logistics, but the wormhole thing.
That pretty much tells us that the secret objective is the T faction tech one.
Kinda interesting. Yeah,
I
quite like wormhole generator on Ghosts though. It gives them
I like
flexibility
it, but
after they
it's
go
so
somewhere.
shit. Also.
Actually, that's a fair point from TheDefterus. Maybe Jayhawn is thinking about Diplo and refreshing the 4-0, but then still you want to be spending one of the 3 resource planets before Diplo gets played.
Ah, yeah, Diplo is a play. I totally agree, but it's the same value, and it's less danger.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Craiken, before I buy tokens, once I take well on, could I hold it for another round and you can hold Starpoint for another round?
I agree. I didn't see Diplo in this game, in this round right now, with the combination.
It does have 2 space docks, so he'll be able to spend one of the 3s.
So leadership is being played, please.
Both of them.
The planets
Do a
you're
4-3,
spending, the
yeah.
trade goods, and the tokens you're buying in your production area. Otherwise, you can just pull 3, and if you want more, then.
Yeah.
I'm asking now because I have to know now if I'm going to spend Raron for a token or not.
Hold on, so the thing is, I would like to take Wellen next round. Because I would like a yellow skip.
Well, next round, if you let me take Imperial, I can flip it, score it, and then get out. And then you can have it.
There you go. They're going to do the Imperial play.
That seems pretty reasonable. Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, so you're taking well in this round, and then I still get to take it next round. You're just going to use it for a little bit.
Right. If you let me have Imperial next round, then I can pop it, score the 4 planets, and then you can take it. It's fine.
Okay, I think we're in business. Yeah.
Cool. Wow, Magi gets 2 heavy points. I mean, for 8 influence is not so heavy, but he has it done, and that's a big part about it.
So, Purple, is this your final leadership thing? Or are you also using Lirta 4? That's next to it.
That would have been a good extortion window for Craiken, where he says, "Sure, take Imperial, but I want some trade goods from that."
Then everybody's.
It's interesting to me that Magi isn't getting any tokens, because surely get a token from Raron and then Diplo to get back Archon Ren and
Yeah, I agree. That was what I intended first.
I'm just thinking.
Because now it's going to be refreshing Archon Ren and I guess Starpoint, but you can't spend Starpoint on anything.
Nope.
Unless this is nothing else makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think he's missing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just took. I'm going to flip these planets and take 2 tokens.
Yeah, I'll pull out the tokens for you.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad. I'll put these back.
Sorry.
Already got, okay, good.
The only way that this does kind of the only way that this makes sense that I can think of is if Magi has some deal of getting 4 trade goods off of trade, and then is going to refresh New Albion, play Focus Research, and green skip into Cruiser 2. But that sounds very convoluted.
We got a problem.
I still would keep this. I prefer a token at this round because Cruiser 2 doesn't give him anything this round. A token is a token.
I don't want to take that route, but I trusting you on your word. What is it? What are your plans? Is this stuff just all sitting here?
For the moment, it was graviton food to be able to take the stuff, and I'm willing to move out of Dalbutha, just like I said.
Saar with the standard craft drive. I'm wondering if this heavy resource life, if chaos mapping would have been more interesting in craft driving this stage.
This sucks.
He doesn't seem to be wanting to stretch out too far. He's got his control objectives sorted. So that mobility isn't really too urgent.
Yeah, Grav Drive is going to help the carrier that's a bit isolated reunite with the rest of the fleet as well and pick up some fighters and more stuff.
I'll go ahead and.
It also opens the door to sneak.
Yeah, Grav Drive is in general the better pick.
First, so which system you want to have deployed?
I just like chaos mapping because of the
Please,
name.
everybody put a token in Q's and Raron. Then Magi put the 2 planets you want to refresh in the production area.
What is refreshing?
And Lily will check on that.
Yeah.
And then everybody
all the influence. I think he wants to be safe. That's the point.
Yeah. So if
backstep somehow that he loses.
If Aranam gets taken.
Yeah.
Still makes.
Go on.
Yeah, but still, if he gets a 3 for 4 on trade, even if he loses. He cannot really lose a lot because his home system is safe. Raron, only thing would be bad for him is Uprising, which is not likely to be played on a 1 resource influence planet.
Okay, you can move on, Lily. I'm waiting for Craiken to decide.
Yeah. Right.
I hate missing out on it, but I don't see a way to make.
Oh, there comes the combo.
Alright,
yeah, nice.
Luna deploy.
2 trade goods and Megatol for the 8 influence. That's a nice play by.
So you can pass your turn, Magi, if you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah. You absolutely love to see that objective Diplo getting picked when you can take Mechatol.
Are you good with me
because it's just refunding the 6 influence spent to take Mechatol just on the same round, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why the leadership play makes so much value in this.
Because
final movement.
Okay, cool.
Now you're spending the Diplo token to recoup that 6 influence, but you're also getting a biz refresh, so you're actually you're spending 1 token and getting 3 resources.
Yep. So Saar more or less spent like nothing to get 8 influence done, which would be on a long run super hard for him.
Yeah. And then next round can just start spending Mechatol for 2 tokens every round. They can hold it, which is going to fix Saar's token issue.
Saar has a nice recover.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't know if there's any intention by Ghost expanding his borders, which he needs to do, not should do.
He's starting to run out of time, I think. He's going to get
By the way,
outpaced.
Hunter,
Although he's got trade
Matt,
still,
do you know
obviously.
who, Hunter is rooting for.
Yeah, but still, you cannot rely on trade to get your money.
Yeah.
Apparently he did put me.
You must spend objectives and letting Saar keep Abyss freer is every round the Dreadnought for free. Or even more.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Sorry, I'm at 0 points, so.
Hey, Magi, no one buys it. We don't care.
We'll probably start feeling a bit more bold now that Saar's over on
I
Invitational.
just think you need a Saar's flagship early is so strong. You can get it out so easy.
All right, we have construction happening.
So what is he doing with construction? So there comes a space dock.
Production area and
It goes home.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lonely PDS on Loader?
I think I have enough PDS.
I don't see the construction pick from Matt.
Tricky, so I will really go around the table and wait
understand.
to do this in order.
Might be for the 3 space dock secret.
I'm just confused.
Go ahead. Place it together with your.
I think he's waiting for me. He's waiting for me to decide on mine.
Of course, yeah.
I'm also not entirely committed to that.
Yeah, we do this in order. It's a good idea.
This is pretty important.
So yeah, Saar's going to get their 3rd dock down, which is great. And Ghost is going to be putting another PDS somewhere. I wanted thinking about it.
Ghost on Quan?
Yeah,
Makes
Quan
sense.
seems, yes, Quan seems like the logical option.
And you choose a pick, yeah.
Then probably going to see the Ghost Tech path go Sarween tools into then Dread 2, Destroyer 2, PDS 2 for the 3 unit upgrades. Seems very nice path.
Awesome.
Solid choices.
Wormhole Generator is a bit of a strange pickup. You usually don't see that, but I guess if it's for the 2 faction tech secret objective, then it's worth a point, and we might see some fun stuff happen with it.
Craiken?
Yeah.
I would like a space
Yep.
dock.
Alright.
Kinda like it because he's not really in the position to get. What I would like about Wormhole Generator, if it would be an action, where you can place as an action phase a wormhole during the round down.
Go ahead.
That would be a
I
good
think
tech.
I think it's a great tech as it is, because what it
No,
lets
status
you
is
do,
not. Status is not.
Everybody's done.
well, it lets you stab somewhere with a fleet, and then you know that you're going to have
Yeah,
a
but
wormhole
it's
with that fleet
status.
going into the next round.
Status is not good.
Yeah, it's true. It's be better.
Action is an
the
action.
splicer.
An action is a stall,
Yeah.
and it gives you flexibility for negotiation. I mean, of course, you can also just pass the
Where am I gonna
IFF,
move
but it's
this fleet
still it's an
to?
action.
If you don't want to just come make it retreat, I mean, I don't really have anywhere to go.
If you have your flagship, then it doesn't really matter so much. I mean, apart from the stall, which Ghosts could actually really use having an extra stall.
I'd appreciate it parking over well on.
You just retreat back to Vellon or Tormund. But
So we are in turn 3 and there's little action.
Well, I mean, it's a bunch of 9.
Everyone's
Probably
going the
not
slow
gonna get you.
approach so far,
Oh,
Yeah,
negotiating
first
their way
strike.
into the
Bring
control
like a
objectives.
destroyer
First
or
out.
something.
yeah, they're all busy, you see.
Oh,
I prefer you move it out. Can't you?
I mean, that cost me a whole token, man. I don't want to just waste a token shuffling around. Is there anything?
Okay,
Well, wait, could you? Is there something we can work out with the IFF, or I like get a place to go? Maybe.
what do you mean get a place to go? You
I mean, if I could go,
What
to
I thought was happening
something, you
is
know,
happening.
anything,
Ghosts
that
was
that would make
anxious
it worth
about moving into Torkan
Oh,
without
that's
the
interesting.
amount of red plastic there.
Torkan.
Aha.
So if Ghosts has to send in enough to survive a round of combat,
Oh,
versus
there.
Weathers,
I see. I see.
I don't think.
Loader.
Yeah, I mean, he can bring from home. He has some
Yeah.
stuff. He has this 3 movement speed
Hmm.
with craft drive.
That's quite a good deal for you.
Very good dreadnought and a cruiser and a destroyer overlooking
willing
Loader
to
once
make it.
it
Yeah,
goes there.
there we have now the
Too,
final
you're
the
getting your
barefoot
planet
space
up.
dock what we talked in the first round.
Yeah, that's true.
which I like a lot.
Well, this is what we're going to do then. I need. That is something for you. So I need, as usual, the collateral ceasefire, which you will get back when the worm was placed. That goes for everybody who wants to borrow the if.
I like that.
And
I like that demanding a ceasefire while you place the IFF, just to make sure it isn't placed somewhere that's too compromising for him.
It's a good insurance.
Yeah, it is.
It's always low door.
Yeah, I mean, there is always low door.
I think actually I'm taking loader now.
Oh.
You don't think I can take it back from you?
You go ahead, and then we'll talk afterwards about.
I'm not sure if you can, Matt. Do you think you can?
Okay.
How are you going to? Just don't see exactly how.
Dread, carrier, destroyer, or cruiser. Bombardment 2 on a 4. Some fighters. Some infantry.
Yeah, but you can only bring one ground force.
I can bring this carrier and ground forces.
Yes, but I have splicer, right? So it's carry.
I love how Matt puts the technologies in the right corner of his play area. Nekro doesn't see them. I was searching for them like for 10 seconds. Where is his tech pass?
Nekro is always going to be looking around.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's fun. Well, Craiken. Is there any way you can use the if to move out to a place that makes sense for you?
Yeah.
I need to hear you.
Really look like it. Oh, I got an idea. What if I just rented that from you for another round until I get a chance to move out?
You see, the thing I'm trying to do, obviously, since I have 0 points, is to score 4 culturals. 4 of a kind, I mean. Like this one, Loader, and Torken.
Wonder if there's another one we could find for you.
I think Imsen should just bite the bullet and pay.
So I just need to move.
Yeah. I thought they had an agreement before on splitting.
Yeah, Matt.
I think they still do. It's just that Lizix doesn't want to move. He doesn't want to spend the command counter moving his fleet out. But Ghosts don't want to spare the plastic moving in.
Early movement on Loader.
Yeah, this is a gamble.
4 dudes.
Oh, he's
4.
He's going for the planet ownership, despite there being a dreadnought overlooking it.
All over here.
So, Imsen, you're cool at this point.
Dimensional
That's fun for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. It'll just be the one infantry that he can bring safely on the Dready.
I mean, there's all the stuff from Connie Grosjean, but still, that's a lot of infantry that's going to be on the planet.
So,
well, Imsen was just saying that he'll dimensional splice the carrier if he brings the carrier. So.
That's true.
Then we go to space combat, start of space combat.
Yeah, Matt in an even rougher spot.
Killed his carrier.
I still don't think that'll necessarily stop Matt from moving there, just doing bombardment.
No, but he loses also now 3 resources.
Oh, you're right.
Alright, then change hand, please.
That's why you want to spend your forward stuff.
You can still afford that.
Same situation what we talked before with I don't know, he probably refreshed with Diplo. I don't know if maybe I didn't see that.
No, well, yeah, he's got 4 trade goods, so he can still get that 8 resource objective.
Yeah, but I don't know if you refresh with Diplo, but you want to spend your the stuff which is not protected. If he followed on Diplo, then it's okay. I didn't see that.
Seriously?
I don't think he followed on Diplo. No, he followed on Diplo.
I don't think he did.
No tokens. I think he followed on Diplo.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
See, this is the annoying thing for Matt here is that this was kind of avoidable because Imsen threatened it last round, and Matt didn't do anything about it. Like the week.
Yeah, he could move. Why move
into Arnor Law? Could have gone to Loader instead.
Arnor Law is not he's not really. Of course, there's a beater wormhole,
Controlling yourself.
but still, Loader he knows that this is a point for him,
TJ knew, right?
Yeah.
and Arnolo isn't.
So Jayhawn moving to the beta.
So what does he move?
That's final movement as well.
He's moving back on the beater.
Thank you. I feel much
He is in range, so yeah. Move.
I feel very relieved.
A man of my word.
Interesting. What is Nekro achieving by moving out over there? Not getting a graviton double shot again?
Yeah, I think there's a deal for them to share that equidistant, so Nekro's just going to leave to not take any hits.
On the...
Is this your final movement?
That is my final movement.
Alright.
So Lazar getting grabbed by Saar, and they've got a bunch of resources to spend because they refreshed Abyss. Okay, actually only just spending 5. They're going to save a trade good.
Planet.
Yeah.
I kinda like the PVS on Barrack from Nekro.
It's just complicated because I can't
Being
use
in position for a counter
You can, right?
PVS shooting.
Can you get the trade good first?
But I don't see that this is coming.
Alright, so
in a sooner
you're not
stage.
using this trade good, right? Cool.
No.
This is your final build, go ahead.
Yes. Cool.
So yeah, the trade code is after gaining control of the planet, which is before building.
Saar always just ends up with so much plastic,
Yeah.
even after a...
Yeah, it's a juicy resource slice. So for me, in my game was the problem that I didn't have the resources, and I was starting on that.
Moment.
He's starting to really outpace
and you
both
can
his
go on with
neighbors
invasion.
in plastic.
One Delbeth.
Yep, he got his yellow skip,
Perfect.
which gives him a good tech pass now for next round.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
I got a proposal for you, Imsen. To make up for me getting out of there so you can take it cleanly, how would you feel about buying my trade agreement for 3? So then I can kind of buy back most of my command token.
I could do a wash. But this has been like since round 1, so
No, that's fair. I did not anticipate you not just like moving me out, you know, like I did with Magi. It's not supposed to be that hard. I mean,
I expect you to move this.
Yeah, and people in chat talking about Magi's position looking a bit suspect, but Magi's, all of this is by design. Like, Magi let red come in because well-on is more valuable for extra at the moment.
Magi giving up star point. I think that's the deal with the speaker plus Imperial next round.
Yeah, and it's the 4 of it. It's the 4 of a trade.
Yeah, I see.
But I can wash a commodity, sure.
And it's a very colorful
so I'm kind of gaining
red yellow slice.
spending my token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For you. Oh, okay, I got an idea. So when I move out, can I have a little collateral so you don't just take my other one? Are you okay with that?
I'm only going there for Dreadnought.
Well, yeah, but
Saar with
I mean,
two space stocks.
that's the
and
non-binding thing. It's just like the
everything.
IFF.
Saar has a nice comeback.
If I make a deal,
Yeah, he looks solid this round. He's very well set up. He's got the 3 tech in his pocket. He's got the
Yeah, but the tech,
influence.
the tech goes to the Miyazu goes to Nekro.
You took the IFF.
What I mean
you
is he's
held
got
on
it
to
surrounded by dreads.
nine of
So
spades,
next
won
round
the game
when he
and went
wants
to the
it,
finals.
he's well positioned to just grab
that
it.
was like the end of the game.
Yeah, but next round
And he's got grab
Nekro
drive
doesn't
to go
really
down
care.
as
Round 3 and a 14.
Fedora as well if
Nekro
he wants
just
to.
wants the 4 reds this round.
Wait. Okay, not the IFF. What about, I don't know, a political secret, just something to make me.
Ghosts and lizards are having trouble negotiating the nature of their planet swap.
Mm.
I think the political secret is now on offer. See if he takes it.
That's okay.
Political secret.
And I can watch a
I always come to political secret minus 1 point from
Sounds
you to
good.
me.
So I will activate this and move out in exchange for your political secret.
Oh, that's done it.
You can keep that guy on Tekron if you like. I don't care about Tekron.
So is this a deal happening when you activate the system, or when you move, or when is this happening?
I guess when I move is the deal.
Okay, so
So
when
many
you,
movements
when
which
you
are
tell me this final movement, then you can grab the colleagues.
questionable
Okay, final movement.
All right, so exchange is
by
happening.
spending tokens for that.
He didn't want to spend it.
So after movement, we're going to invasion.
But I can understand why Ghosts was keen to pressure the abandoning of the system there. That fleet was just a bit too big.
Yeah,
for
but
anything
what
he had
can
to
you
move in.
mean? Ghost can bring the dreadnought. Okay, he just wants to bring the dreadnought. Yeah.
He could only bring either the dreadnought or the carrier. So if it was
Yeah,
left
see,
there was no way he was
yeah,
getting it.
it's dangerous with 4
Yeah.
I played
randomness.
on
Might screw him. I see.
Oh, okay.
It's a
So,
good play by him in the end. He came off pretty cheap, just his political secret. He's getting
so unexpected action getting played. That's the reason why Matt has moved that dread into Armor Law. So that I still don't
see what's the objective behind that.
Is there a sub window? Okay, it's joking. Alright, I see. Well,
Cyber window has closed already. I was waiting some seconds, and then I said you can take the token.
So, rwise.
What does he want to do with that? I don't see.
That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like 2 dreads and a cruiser are about to go into Lodor.
Yeah, I'm out of tokens, so
and then you'll have the bombard. So they still have the Exos have
There's
bombard.
no bombard. There's a PDS. There's a PDS.
On Lodor.
No.
Ah, Lodor now back. Yeah, I see.
Just to try and get it back.
Yeah, I see.
Dreadnought. And
yeah, but that's not the reason why he moved to Analoa. This is now a counterplay to get back Lodor.
Dude.
If that's your final.
I think he would be still in the position. Yeah, okay, because of the dimensional splicer on the carrier.
Should we wait till you pass?
I see.
I think you're.
Imsen Slice is not vulnerable because there's gum everywhere. So there's gum over Quan, and then Quan has a PDS and 2 infantry. And then so not really to attack.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a trade. He can write down as much plastic as he can.
Nekro's got mining initiative.
I don't think there's
Which is just
so you can get your trinkets.
Juicy. Yeah, Nekro.
Must be
Xxcha, Saar,
I'm just assuming you.
Lizix, all in a quite good squad.
Yeah, Nekro has a ton of unspent resources.
Yep, there comes the flagship. He also moved
Magi
5 into fleet. I like to get a nice fleet build.
Spent for Nekro, and they've already scored the resource objective. So that is all building.
Where's the con? Why aren't they in this game?
So we're probably going to see flagship and multiple dreads maybe going down.
Why can't I play upgrade as soon as I activate something? That's the real question.
1 dread.
You're getting quite famous for passing timing windows, I guess.
Yeah, it's my Achilles heel for sure.
When are you gonna pop trade, Imsen? Because we have business to conduct.
Yeah, we do. I'm actually. Well.
I guess I'll flip politics and then decide what I'm gonna get rid of.
All right, politics is being played. First decision on the speaker.
I'll use the trade goods for the speaker. Trade good.
Are we going to see Matt go into Lodor?
Do you have a
Looks
tree?
like it's going to be his next
Not yet,
activation.
but once he
Yeah, very likely.
Well, chat is saying
Sound.
Saar and Nekro's positions are looking great. Matt is unfortunately getting squished, and then imsen jumping on Matt also not going
Then
You're far
grab
away.
your,
well.
then grab your 2 action cards.
See how the bugs fight.
And round to
It's
the
2
table,
hits,
imsen
2 on
doesn't
2.
use politics.
And then the 2 agendas.
rwise does not use politics. Matt does not use politics. Jayhawn,
Yeah,
go
Matt
ahead,
is
grab your
playing
action
an
cards.
endless being starved game.
Mm.
He
Alright.
needs to do his activation to get back loader, and then he's building at home. He already built up. He put up his build. Dreadnought for fighters,
And then everybody is done.
cruiser, or alternatively
an
to
action card,
infantry.
You actually have to do that before you see your.
The speaker is a long way away for that leadership pick.
Yep.
It happens.
Goodbye, salvage.
Luckily, salvage.
Yeah, this construction pick. I don't see the value on that.
Yeah, my problem is I've got so many bad action cards I could discard. It's hard to
I miscounted.
Current pass he's building and
I apologize
about the carrier too, and getting fighters out.
Lily, did you finish the secondaries?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. So, Craiken, you could pass your turn and decide on an agenda, and the next player can decide if he wants to wait or just. Or you could do something else in your turn, of course.
Or you're going to start seeing
pass my turn while I'm thinking about the agendas, I
the
guess.
3 factions with the
You
good
can
2
do the
coming
next
out.
player can wait or can move on, just like you want.
Or if Nekro get their hands on it.
I might have a proposal for you.
Oh, you have a proposal suddenly. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm type 2.
It's a pretty nice spot by Patience in the chat. So Ghosts can just use wormhole generator to move the beta wormhole away from Arnor, and then Matt can't retaliate like back at Ghosts. Ghosts are just
I
like
think I'm just gonna bottom these here.
pulled out the rug.
I can show them, right?
Well, it is
can
open information, so but you can say it.
Yeah, but he's not
I
aiming
guess
to go
you
to
can also
Quan.
reveal secrets, but
Yeah, I don't think he wants Quan.
Makes no sense. He would
not
just
sure if
he
you
would
can
destroy
really
one
reveal that.
one destroyer and losing likely one dreadnought or even more.
He loses his bombardment
I don't
as
believe
well.
you can show.
Yeah, it's like
What is the
he needs to send 2
If you can
dreadnoughts
show
and
the political.
then he activates back and everything is
What
done.
Matt actually needs to do is figure out a way of getting to Mayhel's Law.
Retreat out of the planet.
Yeah.
First thing next turn.
Really needs the influence.
Bottom public
Yeah,
execution.
but he doesn't get it.
Your speaker in
No.
position.
Well, I think Necro is going to be taking it.
Yeah,
But
Nekro wants this.
Speak it
Yeah,
out
of
loud,
course.
but you can't show the
hazardous.
cards because you don't control them, and you can only show cards you control.
Yeah.
What kind of tricksy move is Matt going to do? Is he going to
He
throw
knows he's got to do it.
That would be uncool.
Even then, it's still a hairy
So,
fight.
Metro, we have a
He
Google
needs to land
Hangout
both
if you
his
wanna be part of the
bombardments
commentating crew.
and then go in with his 2 versus 2 infantry.
Well,
So,
the Exo triremes have double bombard.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Oh,
2
yeah.
times on a 4 with the baseline dreadnought.
How that's going to be
They
used.
are awesome.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's quite cool. It's just like to make up for plasma scoring being
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah,
don't need
yeah.
plasma. That's the great
better.
part about Sardakk. You don't care about plasma.
Rwise is saying imsen is just convincing Matt that taking Lodor was the best move for both of them. Imsen's currently sending many private messages. Blue.
So, someone in chat said Saar has 3 skips and 8 influence. Which do you score here? I think Saar is not going to have Mehazul at the end of the round. I think Nekro is coming for Mehazul, so it's going to be the 8 influence.
Saar is scoring 8 influence this round with a very nice, juicy, taking Megatol, Diplo not gaining blade, and refreshing Megatol with Diplo afterwards, after leadership popped.
Yeah, I don't see, there's no universe where Nekro don't take Mehazul.
You should not love any of them, Lily. You moderate best if you hate the player.
It's the only point that Nekro can score this round as well, because they've already done the resources.
We try it next time.
Yeah, what Deft's saying, that's right.
All right, I'm done typing. This is done. There's not much, there's not enough you can offer me, Imsen, because you did this to yourself. So
negotiations have broken down.
What, 2 in your trading?
Yeah.
Oof. A lot.
Because he wants the point real bad.
I don't
I
have.
think the offer is 2 trade goods in his trade agreement. Just 6 trade goods worth.
Give it as magic.
You have 4 culturals. What?
That's one of the culturals he has.
Yeah.
Lodor is my 4th cultural.
It's 4 a point, so that's why I get to do this to you. So it's really only $1 more than you extorted me for earlier, and it's my planet that you stole. It still just isn't enough. When I can just win the combat and cost you the point,
it's 6 trade goods.
I kind of agree with Matt. 3 resources and the point is more than 6 trade goods.
Yeah, and last round Matt paid the trade agreement and a trade good.
We don't
I can tell.
have any deals.
Yeah, the deal with rwise is basically that I try to. You remember from the first round.
I learn more and more
establish a base.
that you have times where you need to be ruthless.
So rwise has been like
The
renting
negotiation is not part.
that.
Yeah,
Which
you
rounds?
keep paying Saar, and then you come.
And actually, it's quite successful.
Yeah,
I saw this in my
because
game
the
yesterday.
Saar wall is blocking me from taking anything else. You know, it's yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, Lily's aggression
So this was
across Xxcha was huge for her game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's actually 1 less. Because I gave him 1 and 3, so I gave him $4.
Now imagine this scenario in the floating point.
Cost me 3.
Yeah, but also you can't use it next round, so that's another 3.
Which time is it for you?
It's 3 a.m. for me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for me it's 1.
I have no interest in letting you keep.
I'll speed up. Need to go to bed.
Having almost not enough.
Almost there, I think.
I've already done way too much wheeling and dealing over planets. It's going to completely ruin my.
What time is it at your place?
1 o'clock in the morning.
It's 3 a.m. for me here in Australia.
Rwise just.
Oh, my condolences. It's 7 in the evening.
Before you already extorted from me.
I'll be in trouble in the morning.
That's a good point, Patient. Once again, Matt has unexpected action, which is one of the 3 cards that could have stopped this load or move.
Letting imsen get this.
The other 2 being Parlay and Experimental Battle Station. So once again, Matt having
Matt likes to have Experimental Battle Station. We know that.
Yeah, Matt likes to have the exact action cards. Maybe shield holding. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, he came at you. I'm not.
Shield holding would have made like a 50-50.
Yeah, shields would have been interesting.
I think we all want blood.
Yeah, just activate it and go in. No negotiation. Take that shit out.
Or
Turn 3, we are in combat, man.
bombard and then say, hey, you're going to pay me your support or something.
Alright.
Or not,
Nice guys finish last.
if all the bombard hits.
But why
Oh,
does
he's
he bring
going
the
with the
carrier? The
carrier.
carrier's just
He's
dead.
just gonna die.
We'll just die here. That's very unfortunate.
He's gonna regret that.
No.
No, it's
No.
it got dragged and flipped.
Flip by accident.
Matt!
That is end of.
Oh no.
End of movement.
He needs that carrier.
Whatever you.
Now he plays the shield holding.
Whatever you dimensional splice.
So he wants to go in the next round to Quan.
Don't do it, and I can keep
That's the reason why he's doing that.
Yeah.
Alright, so we
He brings
That's why the carrier
maximum ground force capacity. That's the part of it.
at the beginning of space combat, there's dimensional splicer and the shields holding plate.
I declare a retreat.
2 dread and 1 carrier. I have nothing start of combat.
Matt is starving like fuck.
Oh,
It's 1 hit from.
He's got grab drive, so I still don't think he needed that carrier. He could have just sustained a hit,
No hit from green.
killed the carrier, sustained another hit if there was one.
Alright.
I also
Okay,
agree.
I will.
It's another card he used.
Any
And
card.
then next
Good
round,
one.
he needs to move the carrier with the support of the dreadnought. He grab drives the carrier. Moving into Miha's.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, yeah.
2
Glad I
hits.
brought ancient. 4 invading 2.
Since when are we doing PDS fire on bombardment?
Was that the bombard sound effect, or was that the same?
That was the PDS fire effect from bombardment.
Oh,
That is what I'm waiting for. So it's like no. So we have begin of ground.
the wrong sound effect.
Right.
Yep.
1 hit from Matt.
No.
0 hit from Imsen. So assign 1 hit, please, to a ground force Imsen.
Yeah, just
Oh yeah, just let it grab 1.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Right. Next round of ground combat.
4 dice at 4 and he only got 2 hits. That's some bad luck.
nothing.
And a hit from blue. So load or change hands.
Well, one has to try.
Alright, so is there anything else? Oh, obviously not.
Well, Imsen still has the 8 resources up his sleeve.
Yeah, but still rough. I don't understand why he's not stalling these actions.
That sucks.
Yeah, I'm surprised he did before he played
Maybe
trade.
you can make enough money off trade to just score the other one.
Always
Yeah,
stall stuff.
I will score.
And know your soul in play.
Alright, trade is happening. So first things first, you get 3 trade goods. You want to do any transaction in this window, or can we move on to replenishing the?
Well, I'm going to buy Magi's trade agreement, I guess.
Agree?
Just wait a minute. Just hold.
But yeah, I was expecting Imsen to send the carrier over to Torkan, and then the dreadnought and the carrier through to Lodor with the fighter.
No.
Jayhawn. Sorry, Jayhawn.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Fighter.
The fighter at Centauric roll with his dread, and then the
Oh.
carrier at his home system with
Okay.
Oh, I
so
see,
this,
Centurion
trade
fighters.
in the production area. Okay, cool. Exchange. So there's one transaction happening between green and purple.
But the
But they
dreadnought
couldn't
can-
make it both from
Stage
home
side.
and from Centauri. They would both need grab drive.
Nah, I'll refresh. I'm
Oh
swimming.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but he could put the he cannot put
Yeah.
the wormhole because it's not an action like I proposed it should be.
I take 3, but I'm not doing 2. I'll refresh myself.
That's another thing. You can get a graph drive with this if it's an action, if you need it.
No, if you
For all of your units in the system.
Yeah.
It's so great this technique with an action phase.
Yeah, Craiken, I'll buy yours then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got it ready.
Alright, so there's a transaction happening between red and green.
Yeah, Magi, last call.
Yeah, 3 for 4, I'll do it.
So trade's being popped and negotiated around the table. He's gone with red.
2.
Okay, sure.
Trade agreements.
I failed.
Right. Is there a transaction happening between green and yellow?
Yep.
I think there is. So 3 changes hands. Perfect.
I have the gauntlet. Look at
Oh. All right. We remain a moment of silence for the Infinity Gauntlet of Trade Agreements.
You just summoned Cthulhu. What did you do?
Just make a quick thing for the stream.
All right. Yeah, you just won the game. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So who do you refresh?
Oh.
I am refreshing everybody.
All right, everybody getting refreshed. And are you playing any of those trade agreements?
All of them.
All right, so everybody grabs their trade agreements, and Lily puts their value on his
So
front.
3 over here, 3 over here, 3 over here, and then 4 over here, 2 over here. Yeah,
This thing out of blue door a little.
Yeah.
Here comes the money.
Thank you.
Money, 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 money.
But yeah, imsen doesn't have much of a slice.
Yeah.
You know, to what this ghost reminds me? Somebody played an SCPT finals map. Who also sneaked around with 2 carriers the whole game.
Who needs to build more units when you can score points instead?
As a try, you know. I was trying to give him.
You want to just get the flagship up and then
yeah,
the destroyer 2s.
Carrier 2, destroyer 2.
So we have a build on Mordai 2, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, this is correct. Go ahead.
Wow. Somebody wants exotrireme 2s.
Maybe you should research that, Matt.
Well, we'll see.
No flagship. 3 dreadnoughts.
no flagship.
I mean, there's two unique dreadnought upgrades around the table. Both of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
Nekro's just like, hey, someone get some upgraded dreads, please.
Yeah.
The only reason I see this right now is the upcoming Exos, which he's hoping for, or 5. And if he has in addition 5 dreadnoughts, then it's a master play because he scores it now, and then he just sacrifices this shit on the board to get more tech.
Is this crazy Dread Town, or is this 5 Dreads secret? I wonder.
You're going to see Lizix most likely with tech in the next round.
Yeah, and I mean, kind of agree because your flagship is of course nice, but what you want to do with your flagship is go very like to barrack to reinforce it with even more, and then you're starting to get hit with graviton shots.
All right,
So and dreadnoughts are the counter to that.
Is something moving or just building?
I don't believe anything is moving. No, just building. And it's the 2 planets and the 4 trade.
3 Nekro, 5 dreadnoughts.
I think you're overpaying by 1.
Let me double check. Oh, I meant to do 1 less. I had a cruiser preset earlier, but it is 1 less.
Yeah, that's correct.
Let me double check. What do I have? 4, 8, 1, 2, 6. Yeah, okay. That is the most.
Nice bit of plastic.
That's a really, really nice build for Sardakk, actually. It's pretty efficient as well. Spent using 8 production capacity.
It's got 6 fighters there that you can just leave there with those docks.
Yeah. Only issue is no units that can actually carry the fighters out of the home system.
Matt just officially confirmed that he doesn't want to get eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm building
That is in this for the long haul.
this stuff.
Alright,
I would think he'd just leave those 6 fighters sitting there for the rest of the game.
Very likely. Together with one Xxcha, done.
And I'm moving.
Home system protected.
Yeah. Right.
So this fighter is coming also.
Yeah, this is correct. Go ahead.
So just to make that clear, because we had the issue quite some time, you can put stuff in your production area and you can still move things once you put stuff in your home system. So one single plastic hit your home system, then the movement step is gone. Okay.
Okay, so Ghosts building their flagship and more infantry and other stuff in their home.
Like he's sacrificing scoring to get plastic down. So
yeah, could still spend just 8 trade goods. Actually has 8 trade goods laid out on the sheet.
That's expensive.
We need to score.
But you can't score for 3 rounds. Like, there's no. That's just too far behind at that point.
Again to Matt.
True.
So two flagships on the board. We've got the Phil Collins and the Lankara Sudu out.
Since Craiken is AFK, we'll wait for his return when we go to scoring. But you can prepare your score if you score like planets or resources, so put them in the production area that Lily can check on it. And we start the scoring since Craiken is back. Perfect.
Xxcha get to go into the next round with Hyper.
First up is rwise.
8 influence.
Yeah, that's correct.
And also fuel the war machine.
Yeah, imsen's supposed to do wormhole generator before we score.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I will.
That's correct. Sorry, I was rushing a little bit, so you can do that.
I was just reminding them to not skip over the start of status phase window, because the wormhole generator happens before scoring.
Yeah, at the start of the status phase. Yeah, that's the only thing that has a timing window at the start, right?
Arborek is the start of the status phase as well, aren't they?
Correct. It's either Arborek or Soul. One of them is the start, one of them is the end. It's so strange. I mean, the Genesis is the Soul ability. But
since we already...
I think the Arborek one is start.
What's going on?
Imsen is deciding where to wormhole generate.
Oh, are we status phasing?
Yeah, we're status phasing. But we're at the start of status phase, and this is the first thing that's happening.
Imsen, I would encourage you to stop going to war with this side of the table, but...
Is this the side you're talking about, or this?
The spot where you keep hovering it in where my dude is.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking where it's possible to put it. You know, it's quite clogged at the moment. I think that probably.
I would like not putting it on mine.
The build that Matt's done that round has really helped solidify him from any more versions over the next round or two, I should think.
Oh. No. I will not fight you anymore, Matt. I'm done fighting Matt.
You don't want to piss off your neighbor, do you? Yeah, put it over here.
Yeah, I'm just...
Put it on in the empty space or something.
Yeah, put it next to the 6 Necro Dreadnoughts that I could give Xxcha Triarium to at any point.
Oh, so I don't want to be jumping the gun here, but why don't you put over in Saar space? Because
there's nowhere available.
There's nowhere to put it in SAR space.
Everywhere.
Because the Dreadnought could use that extra point of movement.
You can put it in the empty spot.
Yeah, I don't want to. I think Matt and me, we are done fighting. So I think Wellon is the obvious place.
You're gonna start fighting with me?
I am not.
Yeah, you're fighting with me also. If you ever want to have
now the fun starts and I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting anybody.
Just arguing about war with warmer placement.
It's a little.
That's the right timing window.
Yeah,
I really think the other side is better. I mean, Saar's got the custodian. He's got Mechatol on lockdown. He is the leader.
Yeah, but there's nowhere to put it.
What about the asteroid field?
There's no point in doing that because, well, there's Matt of course, but Matt is angry with me, and he can go off my planets too, so that's not happening.
I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna just start jumping on your stuff. I'm not stupid.
I think, but I think he would potentially help.
He could, in theory, put this on Vifo too, could he not? Because this space dock there doesn't count as a ship.
I'm all about a coalition against.
Wait, yeah, we're for 2.
Which is the system is the space dock just by Blizzard's its own system.
It's not an aggressive in any way, it's just
yes,
the space dock I'm seeing there for Blizzard.
I know it
It
feels
could, yeah.
aggressive, it could be aggressive.
I think he wants this for an optional text skip on Vellon.
Could be. If I do this, I have Matt in my.
There are 2 text skips actually in range.
I don't think he's coming up
because he has alpha. He has alphas. You have betas. He can't even come to you.
He can go.
Saying if he puts the alpha over there.
Yeah.
Take the text skip and be happy. I'm going to give everybody.
Why don't you just tell him you're not coming after him?
I already have.
I like that warmer placement there.
We can always do something to.
Not in favor for
I'm putting this there for now.
Blizzard, of course, but
Alright, so decision is made.
I'd probably put it on Tekkaran Torkan so that he's got 2 movement on that dreadnought. And the splicer if it gets attacked.
So next up is Magi.
yeah, I agree. It's also a good position.
I got a influence.
And
then
the
he can
alpha is
flagships.
on Xxcha side, which is not really a danger since he doesn't have movement speed.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree. The talk on I like the most
Planets
on
are the
that
4 of a
choice.
kind.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so now we're on to
Next
scoring.
up is Matt.
None for me.
No scoring, then imsen.
8 influence with 3 goods.
Alright. Correct.
And then Jayhawn.
Corner market.
For the market.
Correct.
Alright, so we are finished with scoring.
Let's
Saar 4 points.
3, 2, 1.
Xxcha on 1 point.
Diversify research. Own
Sardakk on
2 technologies in each of 2 colors.
There we go.
Awesome.
Sardakk on 2 points.
Really,
So,
that like
Saar,
bring out
Nekron.
surprised me so much.
Blizzard.
Whoa.
Necro 2 points. Ghosts comes up to 1.
Tokens, and
Yeah. So objective is probably everyone's pretty good with that. It's not a spend. Everyone's probably just going to get it fairly passive.
Everyone beside Matt.
So much for my low tech game.
And Magi?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Magi just said so much for my low tech game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a pro and a con.
please
I
count.
mean, he's getting Imperial and scoring a hard one now.
Yeah.
Definitely discard.
The issue with one of the things about 14 points is you pretty much you can't ignore any stage ones. You have to pretty much score them all.
And assign your tokens. Matthew.
The issue what I have with Magi, of course, he has a great early game, but this is a 14-pointer and it's about the late game. No movement speed, no tech, only spend objectives are left.
Yeah, but Xxcha. So I'm hopping in with you boys. It's a patience is a virtue.
Hey, patience.
Hey.
I'm gonna disagree though. Although I think that Xxcha, having played them in the
With this stuff can check if the automatic counter counts.
Oh, I think your mic's just died.
Put me at
Yeah.
having just played them in the 14-pointer, Xxcha, I mean, I really think that leveraging their faction techs and their PDS are ways to get the money you need to score the spend objectives in the late game. You have more time to leverage those benefits. I'm just trying to figure out what Magi's up to, though. Like, he doesn't look like he's really going for instinct training, which is, for me, I mean, he has well right now, so he can get null field. I guess he can get instinct training anytime. He's got New Albion, so yeah.
I think we'll see Nullfield in the next round for him. It's the logical choice while he's got that yellow skip.
The issue is he needs to get 2 into colors now. So what is his natural path to that? A late Nero into hyper?
I would say probably Majin with Nullfield.
Yeah, but
And then he can just
Nullfield is
skip
not the
to-
natural path. He doesn't. Yeah, the only way I see what would be great for him now, if Tech gets popped first round, then he can go into Nullfield.
I think Magi's actually trying to set that up because Magi's taking Imperial to score the 4, and then Magi, what I would expect to happen is to get L1Z1X to take Tech, and then to be like, oh hey, well, I need to play Imperial before you move in, so you can just play Tech on your first action. Ooh, and then it works out so nicely for Magi.
Yeah, I think that's the ask.
Now is the start of the agenda.
Yep. I agree. But yeah, it's turn 4 and I'm heading out.
We will read
So
Not going to stay for the agenda phase?
yeah, there's agenda phase. Let's see what we have. The green skip.
Yeah, we have.
I'm out.
Hey, sleep well, Olo. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for commentating, and we're all looking forward to the release of your new game.
We will see. It still takes 2 years until I leave China. For now, I'm heading to bed and leave you with a green skip tech.
Thanks, Olo. That was fun.
We'll see you in a game soon.
Sure. Bye-bye. Cruiser, one movement speed. One capacity. Not one movement speed.
Alright, so we start the voting with red.
Tried so hard to give us an interesting agenda, guys. Sorry.
I think I might call it a night as well. It's 3:30 a.m. for me.
Yeah. Sleep well, man, Bear Piglet. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
Thanks a lot, man. It was a lot of fun.
first couple of rounds.
Anything.
I'm calling it for Xxcha with the surprise bunkering in the corner.
Hmm.
I'm going to come back and check in a few hours. I hope I'm right.
Yeah. Cool. So research team Biotic is interesting because it opens up X89 shaped doors for factions with already having a green skip.
Do whatever. I mean, you could give.
Could be interesting for Xxcha. They have a lot of green tech that they want.
And it's pretty assumed, man.
Then I'm not sure if anyone
I just wonder.
else really
I mean, I don't have
cares.
to pay you anything if I can just pay Magi to buy them.
For Saar or for Sardakk or for Ghosts, it can just be used to skip straight into fighters. So yeah, green skip is very good. You're into hyper or just fighter 2 without having any green free racks. Very
I
nice.
do. Green skip.
Like Ghosts here getting fighter 2s. Ooh.
Sure.
Double green skip. Straight into hyper. Don't even need to bother with Neuro.
Because I need command tokens, you guys.
Yeah, dude.
So who could use this, Luke? I'm just getting up to speed here. Who could use that green skip?
I'll at the very least.
So
I'll do 8
actually, pretty much everyone except Nekro. Or L1. L1 aren't too fast because they already have.
But don't the turtles already have the green skip they need?
Yeah, but if they get a second one, they can just get hyper straight up, or they can just save the one resource.
8 votes on lore.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And
The other people, so Saar and Sardakk and Ghosts, kind of just want it for fighter 2, so they can just get fighter 2.
Are you gonna pay me to get it, or
Are you gonna burn 8 votes?
I got a fighter for the next one, so I don't really care about that.
Looks like Matt's just put in 8 votes.
Oh, you have a writer.
Yeah.
So he's after the green skip. He's thinking fighter 2s.
100%. This is really, really good for Sardakk. Because it also means that those 5-2s are going to be able to come straight from the home system and reinforce the front lines without having to get carriers back to taken places.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And I think Matt has built the plastic to contend here if he can get that those kind of upgrades on the board.
Well, that's dumb. $3.
And Sardakk 5-2s are the Sardakk 5-2s are a legitimate force. Like they're all hitting on 7s.
It's really only going to be $2 to me because I'm going to have to pay somebody to.
Yeah, go on Craiken and take it. So there's one transaction happening between white and red. So there's no one happening in this agenda between you two.
Magi.
I'm at 1 point, so if you're worried at all about placement on
I'm not worried, I just can't. This is not. It would be foolish for me to pay you like $3 or more or whatever to get this. So I don't know. I mean, I guess if you want to just steal it from me, that's fine. But I can't pay you. I did my play. Eight votes on it. If you want to vote.
Okay. I was gonna say I'd toss you at 1 good for your trade.
One good for it.
1 good for your trade agreement, and then I abstain. Yep.
See, this is I love it. I love Magi milking every situation for some money here.
Yeah, I think this is good for both of them, though. This is pretty cheap for that. So it's the trade agreement getting 1 trade good back. So just slightly less than 2 trade goods is costing Matt.
Good to Craiken. I'm going to put it in Craiken's production.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
I see that.
I also owe Craiken $1.
And then, yay, Craiken finally getting that debt meta money as well from round 2.
Yep, I abstained.
Wait, are you going to give me $1?
What?
For the speaker token?
Yeah.
Alright, so there's a transaction happening between red and yellow. So, alright, so we close the first agenda. Agenda goes to lore.
We should, the agenda may not afford an opportunity, Luke, but at some point we should do a wheel around the table and actually zoom out on each slice and really think about where people are at.
Yeah, I think we're going to have like a 5-minute break or so after the agenda.
Perfect.
For the players. So during that, we can quickly spin around and see everyone's position. And we have the war coming up.
Units that are on
so
planets against each player that voted against discards all of his action cards.
Starting off on
Here
I wish that was in place in this round.
Here comes some. Here comes some riders.
Probably, yeah.
Nope.
When's red?
No ends.
When's green? When's white? When's blue?
Well, we've got the Nekro. The Nekro predictor is going to probably go down.
I'll play leadership rider 4.
There's a leadership rider played 4.
Wow, Magi gives up control of the agenda.
This is great.
Could have got some money. I don't know. I would have saved that leadership rider and taken the money for when getting paid off for his vote. He had 16 votes. He kind of had control of this.
Agenda. I don't have any cultural planets, so I certainly would prefer it.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome aboard, Katie.
To be here.
And if nobody votes,
how's it going in Nova Scotia today?
Oh, not too bad. Pretty chill day.
Nice. We're mid-agenda phase here. Yes. The riders are flying.
I've been watching kind of in the background, so I sort of know what's going on.
The rider goes through.
Cool.
Any after green?
No.
After is any after white?
Yeah, so it's a good point from chat. Magi playing the rider 4 means that now for the against to actually happen, someone's going to have to vote because Magi won't tie break it against.
Yep. That's a good point. I still think there was probably money to be made off because a lot of people want to play riders on this plus Nekro. I think he could have made money off this and saved his leadership rider for another agenda phase.
I'll do.
Magi is making the point in chat. He says this game is going to end by high score. We're talking about Imperium Rex. I actually don't know exactly how it plays out. I've never seen it before. Luke, have you read up on Imperium Rex?
I haven't seen it ever happen, but I have read up on it. It happens so immediately after scoring in round
Imsen, how good is your action?
10 or whatever the last one is. So at the moment where it would be flip the next objective, there is no objective to be flipped.
Yeah, at the end of round 9, yeah.
The game ends at that moment, round 9, and then whoever has the highest score wins immediately. If players are tied, it is based on initiative because that timing window is before cards are returned. So it means that into the last round, getting the lower initiative numbers becomes even more important.
Yep.
Splice people and get tech easy peasy.
Splicer is fantastic for Nekro.
Yeah, I'd probably end up taking Splicer. I mean, if that's a contingent of the deal, I won't take it because it's also costing you your hand. I mean, I don't know what that.
Yeah, that's it. You would have to refund that, of course.
Yeah,
I would estimate the value of my action card hand to be 4 trade goods, and I value Dimension Splicer for you to be 4 trade goods, 8 trade goods.
This is interesting.
Or your trade agreement will do.
So now Imsen has pole position, the position Magi could have had. I mean, obviously Magi probably didn't want to give up his action cards either, but it depends on how much money is at stake and how many people have riders that they want to benefit from and what they're willing to pay.
So we're seeing a prediction on 4 by Nekro, after yellow, after red, second rider. After screen.
No.
After white, second chance.
Did I hear Imsen just say that he doesn't really want to discard his action cards? Like, he only has 3, right? So
he said he was willing to. He said they were worth about 4 trade goods to him.
Okay.
Is what he thinks Splicer is worth to Nekro. He was thinking that Nekro may bet against and pay him to vote against.
Yeah, I think they were considering the option of Nekro putting their galactic threat against, and then
him making it be that way.
Yeah.
But I think they figured out it would be a bit too expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not costing me anything, but everybody else pays for.
Otherwise, I have no hard feelings if you don't vote and Magi breaks it against.
So Imsen abstained to give Magi that option. I don't know if that's smart. That just means that Magi is going to get his leadership right. Anyway, Magi will just do it.
Leadership rider, but he's already said he doesn't care about command counters. So does he want Nekro to get tech and L1 to get a Jayhawn?
Yeah.
No, if no one hold on. Yeah.
Powerwise first.
Yeah, so he can get it 4 and there's no tech.
I'd rather just do a deal with Jayhawn, and I'm not trying to extort you or drive up the price. I realize I'm getting basically free trade goods, but it's also, you're getting tech, which is good and juicy, especially with the tech objective out there that I understand you can just take it the hard way, or it's hard for everyone else. I just feel like it's worth 3 trade goods. I don't know. Do you think?
Wait, you're gonna discard your entire action card hand and give Nekro a tech for 3 trade goods?
No. What?
He
What are you
predicted
talking
4.
about? It's going 4.
Oh, I see. If you vote 4, then he gets to cut.
I will vote 9 votes for 3 trade goods. Okay, there we go. That's a transaction.
That's great for all lines. So everyone except Imsen is going to get some value out of this agenda.
You're voting
The 4 riders going off.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why Imsen didn't make some money out of that, but anyway, that was his call.
This would be the timing window after everybody voted. Then speaker decision. This timing window. Anybody wants to play anything? No. Okay. Then it goes 4. So we first do the law, and then.
So players can't bombard cultural planets,
so Magi,
which is good for those who have cultural planets or not dreadnoughts. It's good for Sardakk. They have a lot of cultural planets.
L1. Where's the dread going?
Feels bad for Sardakk.
Perfect.
I'm not sure.
Matt, where is the diplomacy rider going?
I'm pretty sure Arnor lore.
Yeah, they kind of get the benefit and the negative at the same time.
But Sardakk have all of the cultural planets like near them, so I'm not sure what cultural planets they're needing to attack and bombard.
Right.
But yeah. Someone in chat saying probably support coming soon. Yeah, we're getting to the point where maybe we'll need to support.
Saar, token. Otherwise, would you please put a token on our lore for the diplomacy rider?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Sardakk does actually have 3 culturals.
All right, so
somebody's saying only 2, but they do actually have 3.
I think they actually have 4. They have Lodor, Melon, and then Cornic and Rex Gillon.
3, 2.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm closing the agenda phase before we move on.
Yeah, and then Ghosts have.
They did just Diplo Rider a 2 industrial system, so they could be looking for a
just to get it out
4 industrials in that sense. I don't know where
Hey,
welcome
aboard, Quantum. Welcome aboard, Quantum Octopus.
Hi.
Thanks for prepping those amazing intro slides for the players.
No problem. Sorry, that was
Now I'll
so
let you get. No worries, dude. Now I'll let you get back to your analysis. Sorry about cutting
Yeah.
off.
So, you did bring up that Sardakk does have 3 culturals, or actually, yeah, they have
4. Yeah.
They have 4 culturals. Yeah. Okay. Wait, have they already scored it?
Yeah, they got it in round 2.
Oh, never mind. Okay, might be. Sorry, I thought they hadn't scored it yet. Hasn't.
No, I think Sardakk's doing a good job of keeping up with scoring actually, and he's got plastic. He's definitely under pressure from both sides here, but he's put himself in a good plastic position.
Apart from the influence and the token situation, Sardakk have navigated these tricky rounds like pretty decently.
I agree.
Played a game on this map last night, and like I found, this slice just has lots of trouble with influence.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nearly as bad as to get your hands on Mayor Azul, right?
Oh,
like,
definitely.
It currently doesn't have Mayor Azul. I don't know if that's part of this deal with Jayhawn or what.
And then, okay, so should we go around the rest?
Yeah, let's do it.
Just to have a look at everyone. So we had a little look at Sardakk.
Do we have Flat Tomato zooming in on us on each slice?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start in blue. Is that the idea?
Okay, nice. Yeah, we'll start in blue. So we've got Sardakk. They've got full control of their equidistant with Saar. Although if Saar are looking for more places to go, that does look like an option. And then they're sharing with Nekro on the other hand. They need to move into Mehazul, but once they do that, they've got their slice fill out pretty nicely. Got some decent plastic on the board. And they got themselves the research team biotic in that agenda phase. That's pretty good.
So what do you think are the chances that Sardakk try to reach for 3 tech specs? Because they have Lazar, Meharzul, and Thiba in range of their ships.
I think that Matt would do it diplomatically. I think there would definitely be a conversation with Saar, and I don't think that Matt will be able to pay what rwise wants.
Okay, yeah. How about going the other way? Do you think that? Well, okay, I guess we'll talk about that when we get to Saar. But do you think Saar will be able to try to finagle Meharzul out of Matt?
For ice, or if not, maybe by force.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't
If
really
I'm
need to
rwise.
snaggle it.
Mm-hmm.
He can just take it.
Yeah, he can just take it. Good point. Yeah, I mean, that's what Saar does.
Well, it is what Saar does, but rwise is a player who plays a pretty quiet, calm, collected game. Like, he doesn't get excited. He's not an aggressive player by nature. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does the next couple of rounds, actually, vis-a-vis those kind of questions you guys are raising right here around Mayor Azul.
This is true, but I think it depends on how much the table is going to paint Saar as the points leader villain, because if everyone playing action cards and metaing against Saar, it's not going to hurt them much to be a little bit more aggressive back, because they've already got the whole table against them.
Yeah. Anything else we want to say about Matt as Sardakk before we move on here? I'm trying to think of it as tech path a little bit right now. Obviously, Dread 2 or XO2s.
I think comes first.
What's that?
I think Fighter 2 comes first with the recent team bar.
He does it. Yeah, he does have the green skip, so he can skip to Fighter 2.
Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't bought XO2s yet. Okay, I thought based on what people were saying that he already had them. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. So then Fighter 2s for sure. Why would you hurry up with XO2s? With Nekro as your neighbor. Great.
And then, so the question is going to be what tech is Matt going to pick up to get the 2-in-2 at some point. It might be, if Lazar can be bought, then skipping into transit diodes, which seems a bit weird, but that is otherwise having to get 2 techs of another color, because Graviton laser systems doesn't seem very good at all.
Yeah, no, I really like the idea of trying to make a deal for Lazar, because you could, I mean, I don't know how you're going to swing it. You're going to have to pay rwise good. You may have to give him a support for the throne, but I think being able to score the 3 tech specialties and skip to transit diodes is a great idea.
Hunter's saying could do neural and then hyper. That is another good option with the team biotech. The downside to that is then you've got 2 more techs and then unit upgrades. So you've got 5 techs to go until you get your 3 unit upgrades.
Yeah, and you're also not getting Fighter 2s for 3 more rounds.
Yeah, it is a 14 point. Yeah. Let's move on, talk about someone else, because we spent quite a long time talking about Sardakk.
In the chat box, we've got rwise saying, "Oh, I forgot to introduce myself as Nick from British Columbia," and Ruffian's laughing. So, Ruffians, you're in the chat with us now, right? Have you been saying stuff? Maybe he's not in yet.
The latest TTS update.
Anyway, let's look at Nekro. So, Nekro have got themselves a huge plastic advantage on the board. They've got all of their dreads out by the end of round 3.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have
so I think we're just waiting.
Got gravity drive, which is pretty good. They're kind of on the hunt for unit upgrade that no one really has yet.
About what?
And
is there another green tech for them to snag?
They can snag neural off of L1Z1X, or they can snag hypermetabolism off of L1Z1X. So yeah, L1 is currently the only person with any green techs, other than Nekro. It doesn't seem impossible to get over there, but there's a very good way.
Yeah.
I think the stream should be happy about.
Note that they can also access any of Creuss's tech through the beta wormhole.
Yeah.
And Creuss does have 2 red, so they can try to go for that.
That's true. They could just try to take 2 separate fights against Ghost.
Blood hole.
And then they're just waiting for Exos.
Yeah, they're just waiting for unit upgrades pretty much. Want to get any that appear really. Or any that increase their movement. They're looking for dread. Exos or super dreads, but then probably wanting to get Exos eventually. And then Fighter 2 would be great for them, Carrier 2 would be great for them, Cruiser 2 would be, I don't really see anyone getting that.
Can I take my 2 command tokens?
Just wait.
And then moving on round 2, the Xxcha is Magi over in yellow. Is sharing both the equidistance as given up Star Point for well on, but I think that's going to get resolved this round, and both sides are just going to peacefully retake their planets. Just has some high value systems just from being in the yellow slice. Got the flagship out on the board, but still needs to score a reasonable spend objective.
I have returned.
Okay, cool. Just to let you know, this is the last round. You will be moderated by Lily and me.
Kind of where yellow are at. And then very quickly going to go over the last three. Red are
kind of longer break
in a pretty decent position. They've got their slice sort of filled out, sharing the equidistance, and in position to take tech and then get a double tech round. It's going to put them in a really good spot tech-wise.
So grab your
Green.
What's happening with Wellon there in the red slice? Is that a deal that they've made for Wellon that Turtles has Wellon?
So Wellon for Starpoint was the deal. It got red for hazardous, and it got a yellow for industrial.
Yep.
And the deal is and then last round, red also made yellow speaker with politics. So the deal is yellow's going to take imperial, and their first action score that point, and then red's good to come and take Wellon.
Great. I missed that discussion. I kind of heard it in the background when I was doing other coordinating stuff, but that's a great deal for both of them.
It worked out really well for both of them, actually, and it's really, really good for you.
Okay. Let's focus on the strategy card pulls here.
Yeah, there's tech for L1, like you said, and the Imperial for Xxcha.
Good for me.
And then
so, do you think that L1 goes grab drive super dreads here? Like, I feel like that's the obvious tech path here.
Imsen, rwise, Euroneck.
Yeah, there's not really. The only skip they've got is the green skip, and I don't really see them going for X89. Yeah, other options would be some unit upgrades, but I feel like just getting their super dreads online seems like pretty sure they'll just do that.
You guys took the. I was waiting for Diplo.
Because it also means that the super dreads coming out can take the dreadnought from Starpoint straight to Wellon with the 2 movement.
Yeah, and the other interesting thing is because there's the 3 tech specialty planets, you have those 3 in New Albion, Mirror, and Wellon, right? So those can be traded between yellow and red if they want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's not that big a deal.
So, imsen has taken leadership, and rwise takes politics.
And I don't really
kind of standard picks going on there.
But really good for imsen that he got Ghosts that they got leadership right now because they're hurting for tokens.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
And Matt's probably a bit disappointed.
Before I take this, let me think here. Imsen cashed in every single trade agreement last turn, right?
He sure did.
Anybody's? Should I know about anyone's trade goods not being in their hand before I take trade? I mean, trade agreements.
Matt wants the gauntlet.
Their trade agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He saw it and he's like, I need to do that too.
It's good timing for trade. It may be the last round where trade is like a freewheeling deal where he's probably able to get trades with everybody.
Yeah. In a 10-point game, you typically see just before the first stage 2 is revealed, everyone trying to get those 10 trade goods to sit on, in case then gets popped. And I guess in 14-point, it's less important that you do it immediately, but you still want to be able to score those spend stage 2s.
It really depends on what flips for objectives, whether or not this is the last freewheeling trade round or not.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm getting real low on tokens over here. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, let's see what Magi is doing. Magi is scoring resources.
He's jumping into the lead with a ton of tokens.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the lead.
Yeah,
get
you're
2
kind of
points.
right.
Saar's already ahead of what I will be at if I double score.
Yeah, you guys are right.
All right, leadership process. Put all stuff in your production area, please.
Construction.
As if As if he wasn't going to play it anyway.
Oh yeah, and last pick we have construction, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, imsen.
That's interesting, I
Do
find.
you guys see any world where Xxcha manages to get Mechatol out of Saar's hands?
I don't think that they A, have the movement to get there, or B, have any desire to take Mechatol.
Okay. I mean, I was just thinking in terms of the Imperial point in order to try to catch up with the rest of the pack.
Only if Saar moves out and he can get his hands on the if, or he's sitting on to move that A rate onto Mechatol, or no, if that's only if Saar moves everything out though. Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay, yeah.
You're talking about Xxcha?
Yeah, just because
It's so weird getting to Mechatol from that slice, right? Because of the nebula, so it's sort of annoying.
Magi, you can
have to go through the alpha wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
guess the bigger question is he going to sit his flagship on that alpha wormhole? That's the big question.
Right.
Or is he going to leave it at home or go somewhere else with it?
It could come over to Starpoint when Starpoint's getting retaken.
Nope. I mean, sitting his flagship on the alpha wormhole doesn't really do too much other than just harass Sardakk whenever they activate Lodor.
That's fun.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it can exerts pressure on Mir and Jayhawn as well. So maybe.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, it just protects. It impacts 10 planets, right? Like it's got a lot of reach from there. Or no, sorry, 11 planets because of Lodor.
And well on as well through the alpha wormhole token.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I was just
As long
going
as
to say,
that's there.
with ghosts in the game, it's even a little bit more important to protect that space because there's an extra access.
Yeah, and you've got Quash, so you're not worried about the stupid wormhole agendas. And
Yeah.
he's been careful to build up his tokens. Like that's a really strong position. I like Magi's position, especially with the green skip to get instincts training soon. I really like it.
Yet another round, and I could do the same.
Oh, look at all the tokens he has.
Yeah.
So I get to.
Oh, they're making a deal for speaker right now. Let's listen.
You can still have first pick, you know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's fine with me. That's fine.
So speaker goes to. Okay, perfect. Speaker goes to imsen. Then grab your action cards. I think you have to discard after that.
Yep.
Yeah, so discard first and then grab the agendas. Alright, Ancient Burial Sites is gone. That makes it easier for the second shift of moderators.
I'm gonna stop pretending to be your sorrow and just pass on the secondary.
Alright, so discards are done, so you can grab your
So blue's not following, purple's not following. Yellow, go ahead. Draw 2 of your action cards. Red is not following.
Right, agendas going both on top. And anything else in your turn, rwise? Does not seem so.
Nope.
Matt, am I good for one turn to hold on to my Harzul? I'll move out of it next turn.
Yeah.
Cool. I am going to play Uprising on Starpoint.
Right, there's Uprising. Uprising is played on Starpoint.
Who was that? That was Jayhawn? Just out of
Nekro.
From downtown.
Nekro's playing Uprising on Starpoint.
Alright, I guess it's played. Should really consider extorting a little bit there. We could play.
Alright, so Starpoint is getting exhausted. And grab 3 trade goods down.
Okay, so Nekro's just taking trade goods.
So is the Twitch getting echo, or is it just me that's hearing a bit of echo? Can anybody comment in the Twitch whether they're hearing an echo?
Control marker flying over the trade strategy card.
I don't currently hear anything.
Cool. I'm just hearing echo from the players and moderators a little bit, but that might be my setup. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
If you have the stream,
You were
I
gonna say something.
want to turn it off.
No, I don't have it on at all, actually. Go ahead, Kate, though. You were going to say something, Kate.
I was going to talk about that choice of star point. Is there anything to read into that choice, like targeting L1 rather than anybody else? Like, is it just because he's across the board, or?
Yeah, so the other options, I think,
of other hazardous planets, right?
the other options for 3 resources were Abyss. Yeah, were Abyss and Lodor. Lodor's from Matt, who he said he seems to be having deals with, so that's why I assume he's not playing it on Lodor.
And maybe he doesn't want to anger the Saar balls.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think L1 is in any position to go retaliate against that.
No.
So.
Plus, if L1's going to get super dreadnoughts, Nekro kind of wants to get attacked by L1.
Yeah, he's like, come on over. Give me that tech. And he does already, he can use a green tech from L1 as well, right? So even if it happened before.
I mean, also, that's the question. Does Nekro want super dreads or exotriremes here?
Or eventually exos, but it depends who's, like, the timing of it. I don't see any reason why Nekro can't get super dreads and then a couple of rounds later pick up exos.
Yeah, why not?
Like, think of it as having Dreadnought 2, then Dreadnought 3. You, like, upgrade twice.
That's fine. I still need to see Spark actually, so you can have it back when you played it.
Well, I want to play it this exact action.
Yeah,
like
you can.
I want it, and then I will just do
Yeah,
it.
but you know,
So
it's like.
Oh, a little insight from Jayhawn in the chat there about that targeting. He said, I need Saar to be maximum scary so that Matt gets Exo 2s. So he's intentionally not trying to hurt Saar so that Matt feels pressured.
Asking you to trust me.
I have lost 2 tournament games in this exact situation, so
I know, but I can't. I
don't want to comment on that, Katie, but I don't want to interrupt this little negotiation between Imsen and Matt.
Yep.
I'm literally going to use it this exact moment.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to bring in my wife.
I'll even pick up the token. Like I'm ready to go, bud. Let's just say we did it. Like you gave it to me and I did it and I popped it right away.
Yeah. Can you promise on your newborn baby?
I'm literally going to set this wormhole token down the second you say deal.
The stream, did you hear that? Okay, fine. There you go.
It's just a wormhole placement. Oh my god.
I pop it immediately, and
Matt is obviously paranoid about his ceasefire.
The swearing on your loved ones meta.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the beta is moving over.
Honor is trash. Only swearing on loved ones will work.
Yes. So now I still have to do an action. Imsen, I appreciate your trust. Even though you made me do a terrible, horrible thing.
I appreciate yours.
We need Imsen to play the violin soon, I think. During the halftime. I think he's part of the halftime show.
It makes you feel better, Matt. I would have done the same thing.
Okay, so what were we talking about earlier? There was something we cut ourselves off on there. You were about to say something, Quantum.
To my wife, who's probably listening, only you know that I wouldn't actually do that. But to everyone else, I definitely would.
Oh, I think Jayhawn just got fired.
When is nap time?
So who's going to score what this round?
This agenda phase, so maybe you can do a poll.
Who's going to score what this round, everybody? Let's have a look.
Looks like my husband is signed in to Twitch on my account as well.
So let's start with Turtles. What is Turtles going to score this round? They're going to score 2 points, right? Because they've got the 8.
Which is only going to slow things down more unless everyone
So they're going to score the 3 tech specialties and then the 2 and 2 colors.
A trade agreement.
No, not 2 and 2 colors.
But Xxcha, and Xxcha's the only one that doesn't matter because he already has my trade agreement, so he's making his money. So
I don't think you're neighbors with me, but I
am. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that Xxcha's on Wellen. So I'm
also right here.
But I'm good for it.
We're neighbors at multiple points. The point is, you're making $3 off me, Magi. I have no idea how else we're supposed to do any dealing, unless you want to give me your trade agreement for what? I don't know. I'm willing.
So is Magi?
Could be.
Is Magi going to hold on to 4 industrials long enough to score that as well as a 3 and 3 tech specialties?
Well,
Luke, are you here right now?
At the moment, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. At the moment, Magi doesn't have Mir, so I think the point that's being scored with Imperial is going to be the 4 of a type and not the 3 tech skips.
Got it. And then he takes Mir.
Oh, I'm not sure if they'll work out a deal for that. It could happen, or it might just be a case of Magi just goes back to scoring the spends.
Maybe.
I'll tell you what, I won't cash out your trade agreement this round.
Hmm.
I'll just hold on to it. You can get your commodities and trade.
Okay.
I guess he's guaranteed $4 right now, so that's his backup plan. Or $3 because he's got Matt's trade agreement.
Then I am. All right, so Craiken.
Yeah, with the 3 trade goods from the trade agreement, that's going to be enough to score the 8 resources.
If he needs to, but it'll be interesting to see whether he decides to break the peaceful relations he's got with L1 and move that flagship into the A and leverage Mir out of the situation. But again, then he just loses well on if Craiken wants, I guess. They haven't traded ceasefires or anything, right?
Okay, I will confirm that I'm popping trade.
I don't think any ceasefires or supports have been switched. That being said, there could have been some sly deals going on that I'm not quite aware of.
Yep. Okay, Matt's popping trade. Let's hear what gets done.
Right. I'll trade you my trade agreement for your free instead.
Yeah. Okay, so there's one deal done.
All right, one deal is made.
And then I'll do a transaction with imsen of. I'm gonna run out of money here.
Is Matt playing anti-debt meta? Is that what's going on? He's not.
I think he's just trying to do binding deals with everyone who's neighboring him, just to be safe.
Yeah. Don't think it's going to work for him.
Finish that transaction out.
He's going to have to trust somebody.
And then white and purple, we got to go non-binding because I'm out of money. So
yeah, from playing with Matt seems to be one of those players who's quite suspicious of non-binding deals and wants to make everything
and I'll replenish
as
literally everyone
waterproof as possible, which I guess makes sense. Has already been attacked by Ghosts.
In terms
of
being
in a competitive game, it makes sense.
More transactions to do after the stuff.
I think it kind of happens to him all the time.
Yeah,
he's been burned before.
All right, so Lily, could you please give...
It's a bit of a slow start to the round, just getting strategy cards being played pretty much.
Going back to green and yellow.
And yeah, there's probably a lot of people. Once we go around, once this trade's done and we keep going around looking at who's going to score what, I think we're going to figure out that a lot of people are trying to figure out how to get 4 of a kind right now.
Everybody was refreshed.
Oh, actually, several people already scored it. Oh, it's only 2 people who haven't scored it.
Between Nekro and...
Turtles and...
Ghosts are pretty much the only ones left to figure that puzzle out.
Yeah, okay. That's good, though. That's good play by everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the level of play we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I think in a 14-pointer, even more so, you've got to score all the stage ones nearly every time. So not working with your neighbor and just both denying you that point is going to be so costly.
And then Lizix has commodities, and yeah, whatever. You do your thing, L1. You owe me 1.
All right, I got you. No problem.
And that's my turn.
So Matt has a bunch of resources here, right? Or trade goods here. So the question is, which of the spends is he going to go for? 8 influence or 8 resources here? Or is he going to go for the 2 in 1 kind and get graviton?
I hope not.
Probably be the spend influence here. See, or could just spend all his planets and do the spend resources. The blue slice does not have much influence in it at all. So that point is going to be costly.
I mean, he's going to get 3 more next turn when he gets Meherzul, so he might want to go for the resources this turn.
Yeah, I agree.
But the token situation for blue is pretty bad. The good news is that Speaker is this side of the table, so maybe going to get a leadership pick.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Let's see. Well, in that case, maybe I'll start building some stuff. What am I going to do here?
I think Lily knows how to get rid of that, Joel.
Jayhawn's action card.
I would love to know.
Yeah, it's right there. They just typed it.
The player who is just has to be cool.
F4 and draw a line.
Let's see. I guess I'll
I have to remember that.
go there.
Okay.
Because that's been in like every game I've played lately.
I know. I'm gonna never remember it.
No, me neither. I'm gonna have to come back and watch this game again to find it.
Yeah,
I mean, so yeah, the function keys are mapped to the tools. So like F1 is your hand, so F4 is just the line tool.
Oh, so you could just select the line tool and just draw another line.
Yeah, that also works. Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Makes perfect sense. Delete a line by drawing a different line.
Right, we have activation of barefoot 4.
Yeah.
I use the line to destroy the line.
4 here. So I kind of like taking this.
I'm not sure I like this from L1 locking down this fleets right now.
Yeah.
Take the carrier. Let's see.
He doesn't have the luxury of a million command counters like Magi does, I guess.
I think this is going to be a pretty simple round from red, though. I think all they really need to do is play tech, get their 2 tech, spend the rest of their money, and then move to well on. Like, I think it's going to just be 2 tactical actions and a strategic action.
Right, and they can't move to Melon before, or Wellin before Imperial gets popped, or else that breaks the deal with Xxcha, so he's probably just trying to do something.
Right, so we go to the invasion step first. Is there any invasion happening?
Yeah, it's fair. I just
yeah, I'll drop.
As long as everything works out, because you've just locked down, you know, half your stuff.
Space in case it. Let's see, the one was Unstable Planet already played.
I don't think so.
Okay, well in that case, they're going to just hang out where they are.
Okay, so then we go to the building step.
So they're going to score the 4 of the 3 tech specialties. What's Ghost going to score this round? They have many options.
If you don't want to do anything else in your turn, you could pass your turn, and the next player can decide if he wants to wait or not.
Do they have any deals
Ghost
with
is-
Ghost for not snagging that? It's not snagging Tarman because it's fairly weakly defended at the moment.
I mean, I think they've made a deal to split Torkan Tekra. Also, Ghost doesn't have anti-mass right now, so that's another.
I mean,
Can't go
if they
through
really
that
want
one.
it, they could just go grab it with the Dreadnought and Tekron. But
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, now that Red has locked stuff down, I agree. There goes any of the mystery of Magi going to Rex.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Then you're the first one to draw a secret, Magi.
There's also a lot of wisdom in red and yellow just playing it cool, given how much plastic is on the other side of the map and how much violence may result from those players conflicting over there.
Red, go ahead. Draw secrets, Craiken.
so looking at Imsen's position, he has 3 cultural planets, and is the only one that hasn't scored 4 of a kind. So I guess the question is, where is he getting his 4th cultural from?
Yeah, like he tried last round. I don't know if you saw it, Octo, but he went through the a-hole to Lodor and had possession of it, and then Matt popped unexpected action and took it back.
Yeah, the answer is not Lodor.
That's right. Not anymore.
I think so too. He hasn't said. He hasn't responded.
And the wormhole seemed pretty well gummed up, so Ghost's movement options are a little bit limited.
Yeah, move
So,
on
Matt,
because
go
we
ahead.
no.
You could get the beta into the space next to Mechatol and maybe sneak Melon.
Am I good to go?
Yeah.
That's kind of a several step process.
The issue for imsen is that pretty much every cultural planet that isn't imsen's is Matt's, and they are not on the best of terms. So it's gonna be.
But why does Imsen care? I just don't. I mean, he wants to play it nice just for the overall meta, but why does he care if Matt's pissed off at him? He's way over there. He can't come through the a-hole to Matt to go slice, unless he has whatever that thing is to reverse the wormholes. Lost Star chart.
Also, did imsen not? Oh no, Tech hasn't popped yet. Never mind.
So what are you up to this round, Imsen?
That's our question exactly.
Good question.
I'm gonna take Wellen here now that he's used it.
Okay. What if I take it?
I love Imsen.
That would be unfortunate for me. Quite unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
How much? Unfortunate. It's a planet.
Yeah, if he can manage to snag Tarman and Wellen, he has 3 tech specialties, right?
You do have a lot of people.
So do you think he's thinking about that right now, since L1 blocked down all their ships?
Not to extort
Note that Matt also put the beta hole in the asteroid field, so he could also be gunning for Thibba even.
Point for me.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna take it, you can go ahead and take it. But I mean, I'll be coming for you. It's not like I'm not gonna have anything to hit well in with next round.
The issue is currently anti-mass. Only Saar Ghosts, not Ghosts. Saar.
I don't actually need it.
Sardakk and Nekro have anti-mass.
Then what was the point threatening it?
L1 has it.
Well, I'm just.
Oh, L1 has it as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good point. The Ghosts don't.
Right.
That wormhole is probably.
Trying to make a living like everybody else, man.
Yeah, who does want that wormhole there? I guess the wormhole is for Nekro to go through and into Saar's home system. That makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, sorry about this. Things changed.
That giant L1 token in Sardakk Slice is confusing me, because it makes me think that he's L1.
Yeah.
Do you see Nekro going through the beta hole to Quan? Because I feel like that's what that fleet in the beta hole is poised to do.
So why don't we just talk through it? What do you have?
Could be.
Yeah, the issue is there's not enough infantry with that fleet to take Quan.
I need.
So
if you
2 and 2, well, you got that one.
I got.
I'm seeing most of Ghost planets are just undefended, right? Or there's 1 or 2 infantry on it.
Jayhawn, what's your thing this round? Is it?
What's up?
So you could clear the destroyer out of Quan, but the issue is you got to move in, soak the PDS hit.
So they're talking about it right now. Listen to these guys. They're talking about it right now.
Yeah, that's also what I was wondering. Why would you do that?
I'm giving Meherzl back to Matt. I've just kind of accepted I'm never scoring 3 tech specs.
Yeah.
So, Imsen, what would you be willing to give? Let's do this the other way. What would you be willing to give me to let you have both of these tech specialty planets?
Now we're talking. I would give you.
Interesting.
There you go.
Begins.
I mean, that's both nice and also not so nice, because then you would own my whole slice. I don't think that works.
It could happen post to that happening, of course.
I was thinking more like, so here's my problem. My problem is that Jayhawn hit me with an action card, and now I don't have money to do my build. I mean, I do, but I'm trying to hold on to this to go into the late game. You will be able to take trade next round, so you're not really hurting for money. So if you gave me like 5 trade goods, these could both be yours, and you could get your free point.
Yeah. That doesn't sound bad. Thing is, we still have others who could come in and try to take well, and yeah, I don't know if it's this. Yeah. Huh.
Why'd you put the wormhole there then?
Yeah.
Well, he can splice her. I mean, it'd be kind of difficult to knock you off.
Yeah.
I can move my destroyer out of Tarman.
Yeah, or I could come in and splice it now, if you don't mind.
How are you gonna splice Tarman?
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can't do that, can I? 1, 2, 3.
That's the problem with announcing your deals. How's the etiquette for writing to other players?
This is a very difficult turn for me. Sorry, guys. It's like, yeah, I could do that. When are you going to play tech? That's also a question.
I mean, I can make it. I'm flexible, so I can make it work out for what you want as part of our deal.
Mm-hmm.
How about 6 trade good gets you to both planets and whenever you want tech?
Hmm.
I went to take care of the kids for a second. I came back and they're still talking about this.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
It's just trying to puzzle through what everyone wants to accomplish this round and where his plans are going to fit in with all of that.
Yeah, he's good at feathering that out without looking like he's doing it.
Well, I think this is a bit more blatant. It's just asking Nekro, are you coming through the beta wormhole to Centauri Gruel?
Yeah.
Remember him saying, I'm done with fighting Matt?
Maybe he just wants Matt's trade agreement again.
No, I don't want to fight Matt again. I'm just looking at my options here. It's like, maybe I'm just staging. Well, this is quite risky, I think. I think I am staging my flagship to Centauri Gruel or Quan.
Definitely Quan.
Yep.
Yeah, but what Imsen needs to have done early game, and what I would always do in this situation as Ghost, is do whatever I needed to do to get political favor out of Magi, so that if a wormhole agenda pops, I'm safe.
Yeah, that's smart.
Nice. I don't think he's done that.
Destroyer here.
And I'm not saying Magi would do it for sure, but I'm sure there's a price you get. Like, you could have got it from him. I mean, it may be that Magi decides to move the Xxcha flagship to the A-hole anyway, and then, it's mutually beneficial that he would quash that one of those agendas. That would be ideal from Imsen's point of view, but I've been burned one too many times as Ghosts with this is my flagship and stuff. So Imsen may just score a spend objective. He sounds like he's kind of resigning himself to that. Maybe, what did he score already? Did he score the 8 resources or the 8 influence? He scored the 8 influence. So yeah, he sounds like he's resigning himself to scoring the 8. Maybe he could always score the 2 and 2, I guess, if he wants.
Is it indeed?
Is there any invasion happening?
Invading my own planets.
Saar's going back home.
Then if there's any building happening, you can check out with Lily, and it could end your turn if you want to.
That's interesting.
And next player can wait if he wants to. He doesn't
I
have.
mean, he's really sitting pretty. The fact that he can afford to do this just shows how good a position he's in.
Yeah, I think this is smart. I think SARs don't do this enough, but they like just lose their home system and they're like, oh, I don't need it. But then the 3 resources every round does add up, so keeping it is definitely worthwhile.
Well, that and what if they could take their home system flips?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually love that one with SAR because you can sell it to people.
Jeez, Matt.
That's so true. I don't think I've ever done that in Luke. Have you done that, Luke? I've never done that.
I haven't played enough 14 points to actually do that. But in a 14 pointer, because in a 10 pointer, if someone scores a 2 point, they're usually doing it to just win the game.
Yeah.
But in a 14 pointer, you've got to score a couple of 2 points. So I could see one being sold.
Checks out.
Yeah, I could too, man. I'd like to see that.
That'd be really interesting.
Really, yeah, it is. Really cool idea, actually.
I want to talk to Purple too.
I mean, this is just such a great quality game, and so many of the players, like almost anybody in the tournament, pretty much playing today could have been this good. Like, it just shows how good the community is at playing this game.
For sure.
Okay, so what's rwise going to score? Do you think he'd want to get one of the other harder ones out of the way? Does he have the possibility to get the 3 of a kind? The 3 tech specialties? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, right? All he needs is Mayor's Rule. Yeah, that's probably what he's thinking about. Right?
Why not just snag that right now before Jayhawn moves out?
That's trying real hard to get me to attack purple, and it's not going to happen.
I haven't talked to you in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes is like 2 seconds in this game.
Yeah, time is slowed down. So rwise just wrote in the chat, "No, I will not have sex with you."
Rwise has like an entire meta of like comments in the chat, just like that is part of rwise's strategy, just to drop in the little comments.
Yeah.
He really is the most suave player. It's really cool.
I really like his play style. He's very similarly playing this game as he did the prelim game, just kind of really quiet game-wise, but just getting away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that he's doing it as Saar, that's what's really impressive.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's very different than Winu, right?
Yeah.
I guess my thoughts are I can retreat, I can skilled retreat, I can play a bunch of cards.
Okay, so
Are we zeroed in on this fight right now, Flat?
yeah, Abyss for you.
On Baird, Abyss for you. Or I was just trying to figure out.
Should I stand my ground?
If you've got good cards, it's not like he's that far ahead of you.
Yeah, but I might save it, and I can just take it back with better force.
This feels like a weird fight because I don't think Nekro gets that much out of it.
Is he just getting trying to get
does
back,
he want?
or yeah?
Just gets Sarween, and I guess Abyss Freya, but like he already has his 4 of a kind. Sarah's also already scored 4 of a kind, so it doesn't impact them.
And the deny it $2.
Oh, okay.
Does he have a plan to get 2?
I guess you can do that.
2 yellows or something this round?
Well, there's only 1 yellow on the table. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
okay. So actually, sorry. So Xxcha has Graviton, so there's those 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, going after Xxcha for tech is always risky.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Xxcha has a fighter and a carrier here. He can just eat. Never mind. No, that's fine.
Essentially.
Yeah, that is the question. And if you're just doing it to deny me resources, you're obviously gonna pick the tech.
So maybe rwise as Arwes was just saying.
Fight you tech, or do I save my?
Vision S making a good point. Maybe he just needs to get somewhere else through this system. So he's clearing out the sky.
Any cards? Nope.
Okay, no cards from either side, so...
Yeah, because he still needs the third cultural.
From white.
Yeah, 3 anomalies secret. He has like no anomalies over on his side.
So, okay, we can go on rolling.
That'd be rough.
We have 0 hits from white and 1 hit, and 0 hit, and 1 hit from purple, sorry. So assign 1 hit white. A fighter, right, then retreat happens.
I would like to copy Starwing Tools.
Alright.
Yeah,
go ahead.
for it.
Wow, he leaves Abyss and Freya.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Looks good. Activation.
So maybe he wanted to score the bump, make an example? I doubt it. Maybe.
Rating Freya.
I guess that's why he left, in case that was the case, right?
Maybe.
Because there's no more tech that Nekro can get from him.
Sorry, wait. He just took a Freya instead of Abyss? Why that? Arwise says in the chat, I guess Imsen talked you out of attacking him. Arwise often chooses to use the chat rather than say things verbally like that.
Yeah. Y'all are scoundrels, regardless. That's funny. Well, yeah, because earlier in the round, Jayhawn said something about keeping Saar strong to put pressure on Sardakk.
Where are you going for this round, Matt?
I was going to go to Thibba. That's what rwise and I have been talking about.
Oh, Freya was unspent.
Tibba.
So he was taking resources from Saar.
No, but it's working towards a goal, ain't it?
It is. I'm just wondering how you can
eventually.
take the goal.
I don't this round, if that's what you're asking. Best laid plans. Also, it's part of a deal that's been going on for like 2 rounds with rwise, so I'm not looking to backtrack on that.
I didn't take Abyss.
Yeah, he only got 1 infantry.
We have activation of Thibba.
Okay, this is why he doesn't go to well on or to Mare as well, because he's made a deal to give up Thibba.
Okay, so this is probably
So I don't see PDS2 in range. So
gonna get. So Matt's gonna be taking Malzo and Lazar, and then rwise takes Kornik Resculon. Like the old, they just dance around a little bit.
Why does Arwise want Kornik Resculon though?
Yeah, that is a good question. Very good question.
There's got to be something else in it for him.
Yeah, you would think that Sardakk wouldn't want that because of the PDS. I think it will destroy the PDS.
I'm thinking he gets Marizul next round out of this deal.
I have the same feeling.
Yeah, could be.
I guess our trouble is that Sardakk could hit Wellen. Saar could hit Wellen.
I've only got 1 command counter left. There is no possible way I can get the 3 tech skips. I
Oh,
promise.
actually, yeah, Matt's right. Matt only has 1 command counter. 1 tactic taken.
Yeah, that would be weak.
So what is their plan?
Saar. Well, Saar's only got 1 as well, so he would have to be pretty spiteful to come.
Is that a 4th industrial? No. It's a 3rd industrial, so maybe he's got a deal for another industrial.
Well, Matt's already scored that point.
In a tech timing as well.
Yeah, but maybe he's got the secret.
Yeah, I was. Now I'm not anymore. It all was because of Nekro, you see. I didn't know what he was up to. But no, he went after Freya, so now that is out of the bag. So I'm just very puzzled at the moment about the situation.
But you have lots of money to score with if you need to, so you're good.
Okay, well, I can just play tech and stall a little while.
Plus 2 and 2 colors.
Yeah, that's the game I'm playing too.
You know, because they didn't take a lot of warfare or Imperial early game, there's gonna Imperial is gonna be so clutch these next couple of rounds.
Don't forget to put a command counter with your resources in the production area.
I'm guessing Imperial is like first pick almost every round for the rest of the game. Based on where people are at with points right now.
And please also put your tech in the production area that Lily can check your prerequisites.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, so it looks like Matt went for neural. So this feels like a neural into hyper kind of play for next turn to get the two and 2 colors.
Yeah.
But what does Tiba have to do with that?
Oh, I don't know what that is for.
Yeah, good question.
What could it be? Let's hear from the chat. I'm not reading the chat. Luke, you'll have to, or whoever will have to tell us what the chat thinks. But why did Matt make a deal for Tiba?
Yeah, you're fine.
It's got to be the skip. It's not for the one planet value. It's either the skip or the industrial.
No, I don't care.
Threaten enemy is what I'm being told.
Oh yeah, of course.
Chat thinking of everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Many brains, yeah.
But he doesn't need to take the planet for threatened enemies, right?
Yeah,
Might as well. Might as well take it.
It's a 1 resource planet, and Saar are going to get a trade good when they move back in. So, kind of works out being efficient for both of them.
I checked it.
Because Matt's going to get an extra resource, and having a trade good is probably better than having a 1/1 planet for a round, because you save the trade good.
Can you guys hear me?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
So yeah.
And then Jin just saying 4 industrials is also on the table because Wellon is open.
Welcome to the commentary team, rwise. I mean ruffians. How's it going, man?
I just want to say, I don't think this game could be as good as Game 5 was, just because there hasn't been a map rebuild and loss of the whole loss of the stream.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. We're gonna saving that for like
the final round.
I'm saving the game like every round.
How am I looking in the game?
You're looking
pretty good.
Yeah, decent.
Oh yeah, I'm in the lead. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Magi, you son of a bitch.
Let's all be quiet for a minute because Flat Tomatoes is trying to figure out a problem with an echo.
Lives on the flagship, man.
The players need to talk for this to work.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I still have this huge problem that I need a 4th cultural. I have spent so many resources on trying to get that.
Well, you could go the industrial route instead.
Okay, I can still hear the echo because I left the chat, the Discord chat, and I can hear them talking right now. So I don't think it was me.
Another cultural, that's a problem, you see. So what is there about rescue lawn? Is there rescue lawn? Where's
I'm
rescue?
using headphones and click to talk, so it can't be me.
That belongs to Matt, by the way.
Yeah, it was open for him, so he's selling you him not taking it and you taking it.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know how you get there.
So that's okay with you then, Matt?
explain to me how you get there? I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing it.
It's from a home system.
Oh, you have Lightwave now. That's it. I see now. Yeah. I missed that you got Lightwave.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to lose Rescue on this round, period. So you do you, man. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. rwise wants to pay you Rescue on, he can pay you Rescue on. I don't know why he's giving you a point, but...
Well, I mean, I would have to get paid for it.
And what's the price?
Well, so it's worth 2 resources, and I get a trade good for taking it. Plus, you get a point. So, 6 trade goods.
6 trade goods.
Whew.
6 trade goods.
I
Jesus.
mean, if you have, I gave you my reasoning. If you have a counter offer, you think part of that, like, doesn't track, then you can offer a price and explain what your reasoning is.
Yeah, okay. I can type you something.
Matt has one over here, doesn't he? On Melon? Get there, just as many spaces.
That's a message for White.
Guy.
I'm sorry,
I'm
I
just gonna
just
call you the mean calculator, the bullying calculator.
Oh no!
I mean, I'd rather have the trade goods, honestly. I feel like if I take your ceasefire, then it just gives you an incentive to fish it back. I mean, you don't think it's worth that much?
Well, the thing is that you are Saar, so it's like feeding the snowball, and that's the problem.
Yeah, that's been a problem since the start. It's a problem. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess otherwise, and we fight regular. It just seems like what you're kind.
I can't hear you, otherwise you're robotic at the moment.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me turn off my.
What if I just move here?
I think he collapses on
you. Right, we're back. We're just trying to figure out the audio issue.
If you're truly worried about
being told to unmute,
offering to make a deal, right? Like,
I can give you like non-trade stuff, but like feeding you utterly is going to completely ruin the game for everybody. So.
I mean, I feel like I'm feeding you just as well, right? You get a point.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care a ton about Rescue, but I also don't get why you keep only really going for my stuff.
Yeah, the thing is that the things I need are in your slice. Yeah,
that's because I don't have any culturals to give them.
What the hell's wrong with Dalbutha Xxcha?
Well, Magi just stayed.
Oh, he did just move it forward. You're right. Good.
So that's a very good move by Magi.
Totally.
Yeah, that's the problem, and yeah.
Okay, so ruffians, can you mute everything, all your inputs for a minute, and we'll figure out if this is you, okay?
That's true.
And I mean, I don't know. Everyone pretends.
Okay, so is it all gone away now on the stream?
My trade agreement. What do you say?
Your trade agreement is worth 3, which is exactly.
Yeah, we want everybody to unmute and talk now. Everybody.
So,
oh hey.
Trade agreement and one on top, and I'm moving out.
I'm here, unmuted, and talking.
I can talk, but I have a stream muted, so I can't tell.
And I guess move that beta, or I guess you can give me.
I can do that. All right.
All right. Okay, bye.
All right, a nice weather we had today, right? Okay.
Oh hey, how's it going? Oh, I never get to pronounce your name right. You have to say it, man.
Who am I talking about?
You.
Me. Vi kan prøve Ture var der.
Teddy,
Something like that.
Teddy,
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, but it's not you that's echoing. So I'm thinking it's got to be ruffians then.
3 infantry.
Because Luke's on with us now.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. So okay, so maybe Nick and Flat Tomatoes can figure that out between you guys. At the echo, and we'll get back to commentating.
Yeah.
Through the carrier code.
So yeah, Ghosts pick up Light Wave, and now go and try and get their trying to get their last cultural planet again.
Okay.
One movement step to the flagship, and then a second one to the Alpha, and then a third one to the planets.
So I'm going to put out my trade agreement here and my trade good, and when you pass rwise, I guess, and everything is fine.
Yeah.
I guess you can have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it binding. Yeah, sure. It's end of movement.
And
You know what I'm really enjoying that there's flagships on 2 wormholes and they are color coordinated.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's really nice.
And they're also like symmetrical.
Only in the finals.
Beautiful. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and print it for art on my wall.
It's going on the t-shirt, the belated
Yeah.
t-shirt. I think I'm just going to make one t-shirt for myself, and it's going to have the 14-point scoring track on the front, just that, and then all the games with all the participants on the back.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Once I get one, I'll put it out for off. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what's happening right now?
Craiken said Matt was going to extort this, and Matt does have a tactics token left, so it'd be really funny if you flew in with his dreadnoughts into Rescuelon.
Did you get that pretty good, Matt? Sorry, it's been
unless Imsen pays him.
I haven't given you a trade good, but the trade good was for you to take
Tilla.
rescue on. You keep. Oh, for
No.
you know what? You're totally right. Look. It's your turn right now. Here you go.
Yeah.
In your production area. Excuse me.
And
You're
Imsen,
totally right.
can I? Do you need to do?
All right, is this any better? If not, I'll just get off
Move this
here.
out.
Sounds great to me, man.
Sounds good to me. Let's.
Is it echoing on the stream?
Wormhole generator.
I don't think so, man.
Okay, I've deafened the
But you gotta
players.
stop targeting. You gotta stop targeting at the same time as rwise, man, because people are gonna get confused.
Now he can't even hear our wise.
He'll just do what he literally just did.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, I had to deafen the players. So.
So what is rwise talking about right now, though?
I mean, I never liked it.
He wants to move the B. Got it. I never liked it to begin with.
Because he's probably scoring 4 hazardous. 1,
No,
2.
because I'm taking Freya back.
Oh. You're taking Freya back. I see.
Yeah.
But he can't activate that again.
I know, but I just don't want him.
If he moves out of Sakalag, then that would be open.
Yeah.
We could play a game where Ruffians needs to try and guess what rwise is saying and see if we can get them to say the same sentence.
Yeah,
Too much heat.
I know. I don't like it there either.
That doesn't work because he doesn't talk usually.
I think it's going to stay until.
Well, then it will be easy, right? You just say nothing.
That's
You don't
right.
like it there? I don't like it there. We just made a deal.
Yeah, the deal was that I move it to wormhole generator, and that's my plan.
That wasn't the deal. The deal was to move it.
This is the most talking I've ever heard rwise in the game. This is awesome. He's not happy. This is like his not happy voice. He's not happy about this wormhole.
No, that wasn't part of the deal. I mean, I guess this is the deal.
I think he only really talks for a while when he's not happy about something.
Yeah.
But now you're not really giving a reason why, which makes me suspicious. You know?
Oh. Yeah. Well. Okay.
So
ceasefire for if.
The ceasefire again for IFF.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the echo's back.
IFF is here.
Is it?
Sounds like it.
Still, you could use it.
That could be just one of the players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is.
Goes back here.
But why would they get echo?
Back in
To the nebula. All right.
And
So
I'm
now
taking
you can take it.
So they made a deal. Why was so rwise just didn't want to give up his ceasefire? That was the nature that was what was in that deal.
I think he was trying to get the IFF, right? So that
He moved
could
it. He wanted it
yeah.
away from the asteroid field, and he moved it over to the
Right.
nebula. He just didn't like it in his near
I
slice.
think, yeah, I think Imsen wasn't super keen on letting him move it.
2 fighters.
Yeah, I think it was maybe that rwise didn't want to give up this ceasefire and this temporary deal that Imsen does.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So, Dread.
So again, why did Jayhawn do this, knowing that rwise could easily retaliate? What is Jayhawn's angle?
Also, how do we feel about this retaliation? Like, is it really necessary to take it back right now? Like, Saar's positioned really well, I think, right now, and you know, this could hurt him a little bit for taking it back.
Yeah.
Like, does he need it? Does he need this planet?
I mean, I guess Jayhawn must have the 4 hazardous secret objective. I can't see another explanation.
3 dudes, actually.
Right?
Mm.
And maybe he took Freya. Maybe he took Freya because it's the cheaper one, thinking, okay, maybe rwise will just leave it alone.
So Jayhawn has 5 hazardous right now. So taking this one back isn't going to stop him from scoring a hazardous, right?
Oh, he has a 4th one?
Yeah, he has Zobat.
Yes.
I think he has Mayor Azul, but maybe he's planning on. Maybe he thought he was going to lose Mayor Azul this round.
No,
Anyway, yeah.
so he was talking. He was talking earlier, and he said that he was going to give Meherzul back to Matt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So maybe
So-
he
Yeah.
knew that he needed to grab another one.
I think Matt's last action is planned to be move into Mehazul, and then Nekro is going to retreat out to Zobat.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I still feel like if it was 4 hazardous, it might have been easier for Nekro to just negotiate with Matt to keep it for one more turn.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah, unless Matt has a plan.
just to randomly go into Saar's slice and take a planet. And he did specifically take the lower resource planet from Saar because Saar hadn't spent that planet yet. So
I see. That is true. That's why he took Freya.
that was the rationale that he gave. But
Got it. I thought his rationale was maybe it's the lower resource one, so I won't have to. He won't bother coming after me. But anyway, rwise did not feel the same about the situation.
Me too.
I will land.
this is a Saar that doesn't want to lose any of their planets, not even their home system potatoes.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't think it's matter that much here, but in the future, just wait for a second when we go to the next round before you push the button to roll, so anybody can play cards. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And I will build.
Quantum getting some sass from Ginger.
When does anyone not get sass from Ginger?
True.
rwise with IFF.
Just check. Makes it.
Here's my build: 2 fighters, 2 dudes.
Tyler says hi specifically to me, not to any of you.
I played a.
Yawn into the mic many times.
You don't have any more
And even the
dudes.
viewers will fall
Don't
asleep.
pick these.
I thought Tyler was
played a
supposed to be
game with Ginger on his
moderating
map
this
last
thing. What are
night,
you doing
and
on
he
there?
flew a
on the
Warsaw,
stream?
a destroyer, and like 3 fighters or something into my fleet of 3 cruisers, and then he left us with this, and he just got a sustained Warsun left. So then I just PDS'd it to death.
Oh my god.
What happened? Did Nekro run away?
Yeah. Alright, construction happens, purple. Where do you place your things? Alright.
I have a quick question. Is there any trouble with my sound in the game here, or is everything good?
No, you sound
None
good.
for me, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because somebody is saying there's some kind of echo by I think it's in the stream, not here.
Yeah, probably. Alright.
Oh, the stream should just mute you in Discord. Which they
Magi,
probably-
go ahead, place your PDS.
Has to go on the system.
I was encouraged to slow you down, Jayhawn says. Fair enough.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Sorry, I didn't pay attention. My bad.
What's going on? What's wrong, man? Do you mean to be... I don't think he means to be talking to us.
Construction. I meant to talk to you about that. Whoops. Okay. Well, you didn't
Oh shit,
move
my
out.
bad. That's true.
Yeah. It is your bad. Oh well.
See, he's calling you bad.
Yeah, no, he's muted here now, so that's good.
He's such a colossal piece of shit.
Who is that directed to? I wasn't paying attention.
Alright, so this is somewhat confusing because rwise went told that effort to take Freya back, and then he's offering Sakulag to Nekro.
Well, I have been kind of waiting for Saar to pass so he doesn't come get me on Welland.
Right.
I mean, it does seem kind of unlikely that he would do that, but I don't want to get extorted. Are you just out of things to do? Is that the problem?
You might have useful things to do, yeah, other than just start shopping.
What about this? Could I mean, if you just want to pass, could I rent it from you for another round?
Oof. That's like all the resources I produce.
Yeah, I mean, but I would give you some resources, is my theory.
Yeah.
I like using the phrase renting it. I don't think I've heard anyone else use that in-game before.
Right. Yeah, that's like half my resources in that one planet.
Yeah, I guess I can just get out and commit to it. So maybe I should just talk to rwise. Hey, rwise. If I take well, are you gonna come block me from scoring this objective just because you can?
I'm not gonna do that just because I can.
Okay. All right.
There's a different reason.
Everybody's happy. That's your third skip, right? Nice.
Right.
I wanted to try and buy Mirror, but I couldn't even get to there to take the planet, so much for that.
So just tell me when it's final movement.
Yeah, I'm pondering whether I leave the destroyer there just to kind of keep it in the way. I mean, imsen, are you gonna come in and mess with me? Probably not, right?
No, I'm not.
We're buddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm buddy at the moment.
Okay, then I guess we're good. We're fine with that. That's my final movement.
Okay, so is there's the final movement step.
Can I move on to invasion?
Wait a second, please. Okay, you can go on with the invasion.
All right, I claim Welland.
Yep, it's right here.
Sir.
So anything else on your turn, Craiken?
I actually really like Lizzik's spot right now.
I'll scoot in there and reclaim Starpoint. Okay, and a dude. Final movement.
Alright, you're good for invasion, there's no PDS in range.
Yep, commit 1 to Starpoint.
Right, so planet, please change hands. It's already in the production area, so I'll flip it over to you.
Cool.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to give the ceasefire back to rwise.
Alright, so there's a transaction happening. Ceasefire is going to white.
And I'm building in my home system, which is here. I'm going to build this.
Alright, we will check.
So that's 2 resources.
Are you guys seeing the Twitch chat?
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah, I'm so used to doing this now.
Did he overspend?
Hey, imsen.
I didn't see.
So,
I have no idea.
I could give you one of mine. Would you be interested in buying it?
I tried to message.
Matt?
Oh, did they just resolve it?
Apparently, there was a carrier that people didn't think was there before.
Sell it for 2 trade goods.
Or
Okay.
Yeah,
They thought it was there, but he actually built it.
we have the moderator checking builds, and then also the players should know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
To get out of it, and you need triangles, so I think it's a win for both of us.
Yeah, I actually think that's a good deal. I'll do that. I'll buy Cybernetic for 2.
yeah, I really like Craiken's spot. He's gonna score the other control objective.
Yeah.
This round probably.
Alright, so switch it. Lily?
Yeah.
Can you check, recheck on Matt's last build? There were some concerns about the costs and the...
Matt's seeing it too.
4 fighters or 3 resources plus trade good plus
Yeah,
Sarwin.
exactly. It should have. It was
And I have 2 space docks, so my carrier is holding the 4 fighters, and then 3 fighters are 1 space dock, and 3 fighters are the other space dock.
Like-
so I am up to capacity.
like how much he.
So there was a concern that you overspent, maybe?
$3, $4, $5 for 3 on a carrier, 4 on 2 fighters, 5 on 2 more fighters.
It was good to me. Was just a request from the stream. Just wanted to recheck that.
Well, thanks.
yeah, it's fine. I think it's just chat being a bit. Chat is not noticing the carrier being there. So.
I'm interested in making peace and love.
I'm good with that.
Mostly
that.
making love.
Oh, sorry, coach.
So do you want to buy stuff from me? I find that transactions are the best way to deal with relationships.
Sure. What did you have in mind?
I love rwise.
A lot for sale. I've got these 2 planets. I've got tech. Lazar Sakalag. You know, that's what I got. What are you interested in?
I'm not sure. That kind of extends me pretty far. That's like $4 just hanging out there. I was thinking of just bringing it back home.
Okay. I mean, if you're not interested, that's fine too. I'm not gonna like twist your arm about it. I think we're pretty much even. Like we sort of slapped each other, and it's fine.
Yeah.
You gotta
Slap,
take
slap.
it. I lost resources. So it sounds like I guess whatever.
Sounds like vengeance is coming in the future. rwise talks softly, but he's carrying a big stick.
So there's a question played. Where's the target on the beta here?
Yes.
Alright, there's a ghost ship played on beta. Sabo window in 3, 2, 1. Alright, place your ship.
Oh, now we can't move through the nebula.
I put it on the beta exactly to make it visible.
All right, so we're coming down to the end of this round.
Alright, Magi, I got a bunch of money to spend. I feel like we've been pretty cordial. I understand that this looks threatening.
I love moves that start like that.
Yeah. What is Craiken about to do?
Alright, there's activation of Sardakk. Tell me when it's final movement, please.
That's final movement.
That is final movement.
Where's it going?
Onto the table and not into your slice.
can't whisper me your basic plans. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I just want to make sure it's not me.
Yeah, I'll whisper you.
Three PDS shots at stake.
Whose position are you guys all liking right now?
I like Saar. I like L1Z Max. I mean, everyone's kind of got something going for them.
Yeah, I think if L1 scores the
what are your
whatever
future plans?
the tech skip one, he's in a really good spot if he can score that this round. Which I think he'll be able to do.
Get as much
Yeah, unless Ghost tries to take one from him or something. Like,
Following the Nekro guy.
I don't know if it's early enough that they're going to try and deny points, but I think Ghost could take our man if they wanted to.
Anyway, so I won't shoot.
I haven't. I wasn't here earlier. Are there any support swaps though?
If you want to.
Nope.
Don't think so.
No support swaps so far.
So we can move on with building.
Damn, Ghost already has light wave. Holy crap!
And Lily will check on your builds.
Yeah.
So Magi, I only ask you that question once. Did you get any money on Billy's booking stuff and put it on Nekro?
Ghosts are out of command counters, so Tarman's not getting taken.
Gambling, man.
Yeah, looks like this round's going to be wrapping up fairly soon. Everyone getting down to only a few counters.
Yeah, and all the trade goods that Craiken has, I really like his spot right now.
So I was dealing with some organizational matters for a minute. What happened with him activating Barry? What was the threat? Just building stuff there? Is that what the concern was?
Nekro just wanted to build and was just asking to not get a shot at, pretty much.
And Magi agreed, eh?
Yeah, they're going to be friends.
I am very proud of you, Craiken. So there's an upgrade plate on the L1 home system.
Craiken finally plays his upgrade successfully.
2, 1, alright, place you. Dreadnought, and then move on with anything.
And he types in the chat, I did it. What he wants to do is send some that.
Put in an upgrade in my life.
It's been quite some time since he tried to play it for the first time.
Yeah. So how much of his trade goods has he spent here? That's the question. He's got a lot of ships out. He's got 4. He's just going to build a bunch of destroyers. That's a good idea if you think you're going to be facing down some graviton laser systems.
Good song that was.
You know, I wonder if Magi's watching that right now, right? We just saw 3 destroyers go into L1's production area. I mean, Magi's smart enough to know that means those are meant for graviton laser systems.
The ones who actually played songs at the beginning of the stream.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I have no recognition of this.
I'm going to step away for a second, guys, but I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, L1, you know, pretty legitimately.
When I have to step away, I'm going to be running away, so I won't have much of a chance to say bye. It'll be whenever my fiance comes home.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Ryan. Just give us a quick goodbye and we'll see you later.
It might be good. It might be worthless.
It's okay. Billy wants to get in whenever some spots free up, so it's all good.
Okay.
He woke up from his nap.
Apparently, I made her a deal earlier in the week that Saturday would be no games at all for me, and
which is a lot.
She reminded me of that this morning. So.
That's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, I hate that, and I hate all of Nekro's many units, and I hate your tech. And I hate Magi's goddamn face.
Whoa. That's feeling feisty.
Yeah, brutal.
Well, in that case, maybe I should just fire my PDS sets in there.
Fire!
Magi, if you drop that token, I will see that as an accident. I just
In his German layer voice.
So I burn tokens blowing ships up. It seems kind of silly.
You didn't want to blow up Nekro's ships, but you're gonna blow up.
I'm back.
maybe it's because you insulted him.
Just blow up this destroyer. Why is that destroyer there? Just for the lulz, or?
It's just
I guess for
gone.
maybe. Yeah, I guess that makes
It is a sixth system.
With all those destroyers out, do you think L1 jumps to destroyer 2 next round?
Consolidated.
That, and more importantly, that's fodder for graviton laser systems.
Right, I just wonder if, because I know the reason he's going destroyer is probably because of graviton, but I'm just wondering, since he's got so many out there because of that already, if he doesn't decide to use the skip for it.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that.
He is L1 and 4 influence is nice, but
Yeah, I mean, you know my position, man. I love Destroyer too, so I wouldn't hesitate for a minute. I'd probably already have them if I was him.
he also has the trade goods to buy tokens if he wants them. So I think that skip might be good.
Yeah, and isn't two unit upgrades?
I'm playing cybernetics.
No, it's 2 and 2 colors. Sorry. Yeah. So
But
we'll
I wonder if he doesn't even use it and he skips to what the hell's it called?
Uranium?
Yeah, he skips to that, and then that way, even if he loses the skip, he's able to get destroyer 2s.
Yep, that's another possibility. I mean,
I don't know,
uranium.
with all those
wouldn't be a bad
skips he's
pick for him.
got. With all those skips he's looking good. Tech path wise.
Yeah. Uranium is also better when you're facing PDS, because you can sustain the hit in PDS and then immediately unsustain at the first round instead of having to wait a full round.
Oh shit! I didn't even see. Whoops, sorry the language. I didn't even see that he had Dread 2 on the left hand side of his home system.
Yeah, the Dread 2 was the double tech. It was right. Dread 2.
Yeah, I really like. I mean, the only skip he doesn't have is a blue skip, which isn't really necessary when you've already gotten to grab drive.
Trading Mehar Zulf.
Yeah, actually going to end up such an efficient. It's like the Joel Nartek path where you just get the best tech from everyone.
Yeah, he can pretty well go wherever he wants.
Except no E-res, it's going to have to be transit diodes. Sad. Wah, wah, wah. Oh no.
Yeah, his double yellow is one where he spends more resources, not gains more resources. With inheritance.
Maybe I'll just take it.
For a point, I can't really see you.
It's not for a point. It's just for stuff, for a token or whatever.
Hey, does rwise, does my voice double know that he doesn't need his home?
You got a tech and lost a resource out.
Yeah, but he has the luxury of having so much plastic on the board that he can defend it.
Yeah, he's able to defend it. I guess that makes sense in a 14-pointer too, with the possibility of Conquer the Weak coming out.
Yeah, and Luke made the really good argument that with protection on it, he could actually sell the thing because he doesn't need it himself.
Oh, true.
So it's actually a sellable asset, which I've never seen done because none of us have played a lot of 14-point games, but none of us, but most of us. But I think that's a possible scenario too.
Like for 2 points, you could charge like 10 trade goods, even for probably around that, or something really valuable to you.
Wait a second, you two are supposed to be a war. Come on.
And it costs
Okay.
1-0 planet. So
I don't know if any discussion had happened about this, but Saar just activated Mehar Zul.
There's an activation.
Yeah.
Make love in front of anybody of us.
Which is interesting since Saar don't have 3 tech skips. They gave up Tibber.
See any PDS2 in range, so we can go on to space.
Are they trying to deny that 4 hazardous point to Nekro?
Any cards
think
or
I'm gonna stick
abilities?
around.
But Nekro was going to leave there anyway.
Retreat the next one. That's cool.
I think it might just be more Saar recognizes that Nekro are very threatening. It's going to take away 3 influence from them next round.
No retreat. So
get a trade good for taking the. Actually, they didn't.
I feel like this hurts Sardakk. I don't know, because Sardakk's already used their last command counter, so they weren't going to come here. I thought that they were, but it looks like they aren't this round.
I think they build at home instead is what happened.
The fight is on Meharzul Vision S. Got a request to zoom in on the fight. Oh,
Yeah.
it's almost over.
Maybe win the ground combat.
all right.
Gonna 1v1 it.
Yeah.
Any cards or abilities at the start of the ground combat from white?
I guess he didn't want to take too many guys off of Nakato.
Any cards or abilities? Purple? No. Okay, so we can roll for the first round.
I tried.
There's a hit from white and no hit from purple, so
all right.
purple loses the ground combat.
Wow, he got it. Now he
He
can
did.
build.
That was pretty risky.
It changes hands, and don't forget to grab your trigger because it's not a may, it's a must.
And I'm gonna build something with that trade good. So let me just think for a second.
Yeah, take your time. I just heard the overtaking moderator have to run to the liquor store, so we're about.
Is Billy on with us? Billy, are you on with us? No.
Yeah, I was told to start the next round, so.
Oh, welcome aboard, Billy. I didn't know you were on with us, man.
Hello.
It's a big old party in here.
Hi, Billy.
What are these dudes talking about now?
They're super quiet for me. I had to turn my Discord volume way down.
Yeah, what are they talking about right now?
I'm just gonna build 2 dudes.
Oh, Rwise is figuring out what to build. Okay. So what do people think Rwise's plan here? Like, why give away Tibba the round you take Meharzul and piss both Nekro and Sardakk off? I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about it too.
Unless it's a deal unless it's a deal with Sardakk, which is possible, right? Because Matt didn't
Maybe
react, and Matt tends to be reactive.
True.
Yeah, I wonder if after that flagship and everything went down in Barry Glurda for Nekro, if that made him look a little scary to be be scoring another control point. And maybe
So, how sure are we that he has 4 hazardous? Because he scored 4 behind like the public objective already, right?
Yeah, he did.
So we're assuming it's a secret.
Yeah, exactly. But we're not sure at all. We're just trying to figure out why else he would stretch to Freya.
Right, but he already had 4 when he took Freya, right? But I guess that was all back when we were assuming he was going to be leaving Meharzul, which obviously that wasn't going to end up happening. But anyway, I'm interested to see if he actually does have that secret or not.
I mean, the other Celia said in the chat a while back, like it could be en route to something else. I mean, we still haven't seen threatened enemies, right? So
that's what I was just gonna say. Are we talking about Nekro here? Why he did everything he did? I wonder if because he had that skilled retreat, right? And he backed into that. So I wonder if not only did he get 2 techs out of it, he also skilled retreated back into that asteroid field for a reason. I wonder if that's to score that point. So he went in there, denied the 2 resources, got 2 techs, and then skilled retreated out for his point.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea.
That's like a god mode play.
And he'll probably get another tech when Saar or Ghosts or whoever want to take him out of that asteroid field.
Right, so Craiken is passing 2.
I'm gonna pop transit diodes. Ask.
That's what he's scoring. Yeah, that's a pretty
So first,
pretty Interesting, good move.
Like if that happened exactly the way he wanted, that's pretty impressive. In my
Well, I
mind.
mean, it was probably pretty sure of happening, right? Because he waited one round to do his skilled retreat, so he made sure to kill.
Even Saar coming back in and taking the planet back wasn't a sure thing. Saar might have just not done that.
I'll take this and I'll pass it.
Sure, but then if that's the case, then he's just got a big enough fleet to do stuff with it next round, right?
Also, if that's the case, then you get yourself a 2-0 planet. Hooray.
Yeah. Sure.
Everybody's passed, so we go on for scoring. Before we do that, we don't go scoring, we do the...
Yeah, it's win-win.
Cool, so we're in the status phase now.
Transition here. I just want to step in and just ask Imsen, are you going to play us a little tune, maybe?
Yeah, and being Nekro, not very many people can afford to just have a Dreadnought cruiser and a guy or two like get lost for that purpose, but Nekro can definitely afford it.
Yeah.
They're calling for it in the chat.
Yeah. So I'm using wormhole generator. I'm placing the alpha in the system.
All right.
All right.
Why though?
Wormholes over near Saar.
Sorry.
There's literally a wormhole next to you.
Do we finally get to see 4 culturals out of Imsen?
Yeah, you are actually. Wow.
All right, so any other start of status phase abilities?
There is only this one in the game, I think.
I think so too, but I just want to make sure. All right, so we start the scoring. Imsen, you're first.
Yeah, I am scoring 4 of a kind.
I really want to see Threaten from...
Oh, nice. You got the secret as well. The 4 cultural secret.
That's awesome for ghosts.
Yeah.
He was tenacious after that. I'm pretty...
Don't you love it when you get that 2 at the same time with the 4 of a kind?
Oh, that's awesome. The worst though is when you like score the public objective from having it, and then like after like borrowing a planet from someone, and then you pick up the secret objective the next round.
Yeah, after you give it.
Those, and it's like, hey, can I borrow that one for one more time?
Yeah.
He did have it. Jayhawn did have it. That's awesome.
Was it hazardous?
No, he had the threatened enemies.
Oh,
Nekro.
threatened enemies. Very nice.
Wow.
Wow. That's really good.
That makes a ton of sense because he can't really go over to Xxcha. Xxcha's got a ton of PDS fire.
Yeah.
Meet yourself, yeah, cool.
So, sorry, I got lost a little bit. So we finished rwise, is that correct?
Yeah.
So next is Jayhawn.
Sorry about that. I thought I had the wrong thing muted.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. But anyway, he had it. That is so good.
Yeah, that's really good. I was just saying that, Xxcha had so many shots at him if he went that way, and I guess Matt diploed the other side. So that was.
I mean,
really good.
We'll
play.
see how this game ends, but that may be the play of the game right there. That was a beautiful play.
The best part about it is he's still got like a dread and a cruiser over on that far side that can go pick up another tech or two, probably.
Yep, exactly. The best part about it is that he baited rwise into attacking him and then retreated to the asteroid field. That's the best part about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
Do you want to make sure there's a fighter token in between like right on the line of the asteroid field? I'm assuming it's whites, but do we want to?
Oh yeah.
Make sure whose that is.
Just type space. I'll just type space lawyer message.
Magi.
8 resources.
Any secrets?
Nope.
But why can't rwise chase Imsen out of the asteroid field?
Did you check on the resources, really?
Well, always can now, but the thing is,
did you check the resources?
Jayhawn's got the point out of it, and now anytime that asteroid field gets attacked, there's a chance that they can get another tech as well.
So we finished scoring.
Yeah, that's the thing. When he does get kicked out of there, or if he just wants to go in for a tech, he'll probably be able to get a hit.
Yeah, and then
get a tech.
If that's against Saar, then that can be bandit guys.
2 technologies in each of 4 colors.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a great Sardakk objective, right?
And also, or alternatively,
Wow.
could get
L1 looking good right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great for L1, and it is great for Necro, and it is pretty bad.
Is it ever?
Yeah. You know,
That's,
Matt called this out. Matt called this out in the chat a little while ago.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that fleet, that little fleet for Necro scored him. Denied Saar 2 resources this last round. Scored him 2 techs. Probably gonna score him a 3rd tech, and got him a point. Like that fleet has done its job.
Yeah, and it kind of derailed Saar's turn a little bit, right? Because he had to deal with that, which he wouldn't have had to otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, Saar has
That was
the luxury of being able to deal with it, but I totally agree. Like, it definitely. I mean, the real genius of it was rather than just moving to that wormhole and sitting in that asteroid field, he actually went for the fake out. Like, I'm impressed.
I'm really liking L1 spot though, especially with that 2 and 4 coming up. He can take
Yeah.
his time to get it because other people are so far away from it.
Yeah.
Plus, with his dreads having Harrow, he honestly could take Mechatol if he really wanted it.
Yeah.
His slice might be a little thin. That's the only problem. But I mean, even if you just brought like 3 or 4 guys, and with Harrow, he might be able to take it right now.
Yeah, and then also that objective, you like to see that as Necro, kind of gives you like
Craiken, are you there?
the excuse to go a bit more on the offensive and go and aggressively take a bunch of techs. Can just start making that plastic advantage turn into tech advantage. Because there are enough techs of each color for Necro to get that.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, did they have a deal over Zobat? They must have. Him and Matt.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Necro move in and use that infantry to grab a tech.
Stuff can check if the
Just grab neural.
And if not, then.
But maybe that infantry is being saved.
I'm going to cut out for the meantime, guys. Billy's in, and I'm going to leave you guys to it. So have fun, and I'll talk to you all later.
See ya.
Be patient.
Later.
Yeah.
Bye, boys.
Yep. Yeah.
Just trying to think ahead, so I messaged.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know.
So hello again.
Surely Matt has more.
Hello there.
Hey.
I hear you're all rested up.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Good. So what's happening here? We must be getting ready for agenda?
Yeah, we are waiting for the agenda phase.
It's going to be a slow decline.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back, Lily.
Awesome. I don't even know for how long it's been this way. I've been talking and talking. God damn.
So, is everybody finished with their status phase stuff?
Yes, sorry. I am now done.
Alright, so we start our agenda phase. Whoa. Since somebody thankfully discarded Ancient Burial Sites, I will flip over the first one. It's representative government. A law 4 players cannot exhaust planets to cast votes during the agenda phase. Each player may cast 1 vote on each against step. Against at the start of the next strategy phase, each player that voted against exhausts all of his cultural planets.
Cool. So representative government.
Starting with the speaker.
It's one of those that is decent if you're Necro because it's likely to go on the 4 side.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to exhaust all their cultural planets.
Right.
Yellow, any wins?
Well, I guess so. L1 doesn't have any, so he wouldn't care.
Remember if this was put on top or what?
Yeah, that's right.
were both.
It's not very symmetrical, but there's also not a huge variance in the amount of influence across players. I mean, there's some, but I've seen it a lot worse for sure.
L1 has the least influence, so voting against is bad for them.
Right, so even though he doesn't lose any from culturals, he probably would want to go 4 anyways because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then everyone else has a bunch of culturals.
Does it work?
I guess Saar wouldn't care, although they have a bunch of influence.
Yeah, I think Saar really want this to go 4 though, because Saar's influence is all coming from Mechtor X. Without Mechtor, Saar has 5 influence, which is
right.
Yeah.
not very good.
Right,
Yeah, I guess Xxcha is in the spot where they don't like either of these outcomes.
Nekro only
Right.
has 1 cultural planet, and it's only a 1/1.
I have no culturals.
But I doubt if.
They don't care at all about voting anyway.
Yeah, I doubt if Xxcha would care enough to quash it. But both of these outcomes are not that great for him.
Yeah, but they're not bad enough that it's worth spending a token.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder.
It is. Yeah, it's a great spot for Nekro to probably pick up a tech though.
Depends what rider it is.
Tech rider. I'm a lowly Sardakk just trying to make his way in the world.
I love this negotiation for a lowly Sardakk and tech rider.
I thought imsen was the one who was going to play the violin.
I mean, I'm definitely willing to sell votes.
I keep getting so confused. I think I'm looking at L1, but Matt's
I
just
know.
put a big L1 token.
Hopefully now this will be gone, because I assume that's some kind of debt-related token.
No, I think it might just be like don't forget about them because of he was talking about the 2 and 4, and he was talking about. So I think he means like don't forget that they are a threat. I don't know.
I feel like it's been there longer than that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not.
Jayhawn, you're deciding on afters?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. Just wanted to make sure you're aware.
So
I'm gonna mute myself for a couple minutes. I'll be back in a little bit.
I think we're on Nekro. We're on Nekro deciding if they're not going to use their rider.
Interesting.
Which is,
That's an interesting play right there.
All right, so
I guess maybe Nekro is worried that if they rider somewhere, then everyone will just abstain and they'll let the tiebreaker just decide it.
Right.
No one's really too invested in this one. Whereas if the next agenda's gonna,
I guess I'll abstain as well.
be more contentious, then they can maybe pick up the tech from it, or maybe use the rider to like mitigate a bad outcome or something.
all right, yellow.
Yeah.
That's what you think of this agenda.
Right. Your turn to vote.
I mean, it's up to you, imsen. I don't care.
Oh my god.
I'm not voting against this, since all my planets are cultural.
Yeah, but you can just break it against.
I can break it against. Just let me see. This is 11 here, this is 10 here, 15 here. I think we already have kind of democracy, don't you think?
Yeah.
No reason to modernize. I rule against.
So you break the tie against imsen.
I
That's
abstain
correct.
to tie against, yeah.
All right. So that's exactly what happened, right? Everyone abstained.
After imsen abstaining. Ah, yeah, right. You're correct. So we can just move on. It's against you. Just throw it away.
Yeah, so absolutely nothing happened, which is, I guess, fine for everyone. Like,
Exactly.
no one ends up really
Sanctions law for each player can have a maximum of 3 action cards in his hand. Against each player discards a random action card from his hand.
Okay, now we have a
Screen anyway.
an agenda that
Just research neural.
could be enforced.
wins.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. Brian's saying in the chat, there's no Yasarl, and nobody has scored discard 5 action cards. So if somebody is pushing very strongly on the against side, then it could signify that they have that secret objective.
Right.
Doesn't sound like anybody.
You said Quash was worth a support for this round.
But kind of everybody
Yeah, I've lowered
is motivated for against, I guess, unless you're one of the people with only 4, because
This starts you kind of
same for you.
Yeah, if you don't have neural, and then I don't know. If I was Ghosts, I'd probably want this to go to the 4 side. You don't have neural, and you're probably not gonna get it.
Once politics pops, I'm gonna have.
Unless they're really pushing for 2 and 4.
Alright, Magi, I'll give you my trade agreement. There you
have
go.
your trade agreement.
Yeah, you just got it. You're welcome. I'm cautious.
You could give me your.
No.
Matt's trying to get it quashed.
Okay. No win. No quash.
I wish I cared enough to take.
Red, any wins?
My hand's not. No, I got no wins.
Alright, so green afters.
It's Matt, he has the 5, sort of patience.
Oh, yeah. That kind of just telegraphed it right there.
Blue afters. Tech Rider.
If Matt has the 5, that's not great for him. He still only has 3.
For me, just in terms of what would happen if it went.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't make it completely impossible.
Currently feels more likely, considering all of you have a bunch of cards.
What's the worst secret objective? What's the worst secret objective, you guys?
The worst secret objective. Turn their fleets to dust, probably. If you're a faction that has no reason to go near PDS, but then if you're a faction that messes with PDS, then maybe.
But like every faction hates discarding 5 action cards, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, discarding 5 action cards is one of the few secret objectives that cannot be prevented. Because if you have 6 action cards in your hand and there's no Yasarl, or if there's a Yasarl, you have 7 action cards.
Well, wait a second. It can be prevented by this agenda.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this agenda. But if say you're during the last round.
Yes.
During the last round, you know that you need to score that secret to win. As long as you have 7 action cards in your hand, then you get Magi on for 1 and then Spied for 1. You've still got the
second chance.
Yep.
It's like the tech ones, in that it can't easily be denied. But then, yeah, when this happens,
Alright, Rider is played against. Magi.
Nope.
Riders. Red Riders.
Tech Rider and Trade Rider.
I'm trying to think about this. So, I guess at this point, Nekro doesn't really care. He's kind of happy either way. Matt's the only one in it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a win-win for Jayhawn, because he's going to get either a tech or trade goods out of it, so.
He's fine with whatever.
Yeah.
Rwise, are you there? Okay, Matt another one, no. Nekro another one, no. Magi.
No, we're done.
Oh no, Nekro was the last one, yeah. Nekro was the last one, okay, yeah. Sorry, I got confused with so many.
Keep going round and round.
Yeah, just keep going. Alright, so we start the voting with White. Always you first.
I honestly kind of don't care either way. Does anybody care?
No, I'm not going to be paying anyone, because if it's 4, I just don't lose any cards.
Yeah.
And
So you're not going to pay, and Nekro kind of wins either way. I guess what I can do for you, Jayhawn, is since you lost that fight, even though it wasn't my fault and you smacked me before, I'll just put my votes for.
Alright, so we have 11 votes for. Next up is
Olive Branch.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking I gotta pass this.
why? There's a tech objective out. We're going to feed Nekro tech.
Yeah, well, he has less reason to snack on me if he's got my tech already. Right?
Say he takes one of your tech. Why would he do that? He
Well,
doesn't want probably.
What am I losing if I go 4? Some junk cards in my hand?
Well, you'd never be able to get
3
more.
cards all game. That sucks.
And everyone who can attack me has fewer combat tricks to surprise me with. So unless somebody's gonna make sense for me to go against.
I've got $1.
You've got $5 over here.
I can give you 1.
Yeah, just take it.
Man, I really like TI when Mentak's not on the table.
I'm gonna go for 15 votes.
All right, so we have 15 votes for. Craiken, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll vote against. Not that it's going to matter. Against.
So 9 votes against. Then Imsen.
What do we have now? 26-4?
Yeah, 9 against.
And 9 against.
So you need.
There's not much I can do, is it? Abstain.
All right, so there would be a bribery window. Doesn't seem like it, so we resolve the agenda 4. We have a no law in play, and then Nekro can copy tag from either Xxcha or rwise.
What are we taking if we're Nekro?
What you're copying, Jayhawn?
Probably transit. Yeah, transit diodes.
Yeah, that was.
Man.
Yeah.
Nice, everyone.
Definitely the pick. Just get those infantry around wherever they need to be.
Are there any transactions happening before I close the agenda phase?
Yeah.
Or if I owe you one.
Yeah, thanks.
So what is happening?
A transaction between.
Yeah,
and I.
it's a possible transaction between green
Yeah,
and
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't really need trade goods right now. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you decide. Okay, then I'm not taking trade.
There's a random. Oh, you have to discard, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm discarding maneuvering jets.
Is it time to swap supports?
So who had 5 action cards in their hand? Like 5 action cards secret objective.
Matt asking as if it wasn't him.
Yeah, I really have to go. Yeah. Be back in 1 minute.